Chapter 1040. Rumble. Ling Tianhai's body fell to the ground and dust flew everywhere. At this point, a true qi stage cultivator from China had fallen by Qin Feng's hand. Ling Tianhai's dying wish was not fulfilled. He thought Qin Feng would also die. At this time, Qin Feng climbed out of the deep pit with difficulty and looked at his golden body and laughed. This Vajra esoteric art's invincible golden body was awesome. It actually blocked a fatal blow from a true qi stage cultivator. Master! Are you alright? Master, quickly recover. Shi men chui shui and I will protect you. Qin Feng had already released Ouyang Feng and Shi men chui shui. Without needing Qin Feng to say anything, the two heroes stood on Qin Feng's left and right. They were like two door guards, vigilant of the surroundings. Little Pig was also released. This guy probably went crazy in the system. Once he came out, he ran all over the mountains and plains. He was not afraid of being eaten by wild wolves. Qin Feng's injuries were not light. He sat cross-legged and used various medicinal pills to recover his body. Time flew by. Qin Feng felt that a night had passed in the blink of an eye. But what made him happy was that after a night of rest, he had recovered 70% of his strength. Looking at the rising sun over the valley, Qin Feng stood up. It was time to take the position of the Alliance Master of the Martial Arts Circle. Shaoli, quickly tell me where Qin Feng went. If you don't tell me, I'll tell him to kick you out when he comes back. Dong Fang Qing Shui was angry with Shaoli early in the morning. Shaoli remembered Qin Feng's instructions and endured Dong Fang Qing Shui's temper. At this time, the two girls were standing in the large open space behind the Sichuan restaurant. A few days ago, Qin Feng fought with Ling Dozi at his peak here. The open space was already filled with people. Everyone gathered according to their sections. Nearly 100 sects from the outer martial arts circle were gathered here because the martial arts circle convention that was held once every 5 years was about to begin. Hey! Are you deaf, lass? Why aren't you talking to me? Everyone was waiting for the martial arts circle convention to begin. Dong Fang Qing Shui kept asking Shaoli about Qin Feng's whereabouts. Qin Feng had disappeared since last night. Dong Fang Qing Shui was worried about Qin Feng, which was why she was so anxious. How would I know where Master went? Aren't you his fiancé? Your man is missing, why are you always asking me for him? Shaoli was annoyed by Dong Fang Qing Shui shouting and couldn't help but reply. Dong Fang Qing Shui was still worried and was infuriated by Shaoli's words. She put her hands on her hips and arrogantly glared at Shaoli. Alright, you dare to speak to me like that? When Qin Feng comes back, I'll have him take care of you. I don't believe it. Master loves Shaoli very much and wouldn't hit me. At most, he would slap my butt a few times. Shaoli was also angry and purposely angered Dong Fang Qing Shui. You're so disgusting, you don't know shame. Dong Fang Qing Shui was usually cold, arrogant, and noble, and rarely spoke to people. Arguing was really her weakness. Shaoli had gained the upper hand and was extremely pleased with himself. So what if I'm shameless in front of Master? Anyway, Master has already touched, hugged, and done that. Can I talk about it? When had Shaoli ever done that to Qin Feng? She purposely lied. Dong Fang Qing Shui instantly exploded. She didn't even do that with Qin Feng. She didn't think that Qin Feng would secretly mess around with Shaoli. You vixen, I'll kill you. Dong Fang Qing Shui's temper was cold and arrogant. She never pretended to be fake. If she was dissatisfied in her heart, she would directly vent it out. The two beauties started fighting, and many people were happily watching the show. However, Dong Fang Qing Shui's strength was a lot weaker than Shaoli's. Shaoli was considerate of Qin Feng's face, so he kept giving in to Dong Fang Qing Shui. Sister-in-law Qing Shui, Beauty Shaoli, stop fighting. The martial arts circle convention is about to start. Be careful not to make that stinky man from the Starlight Gate unhappy and disqualify you. When Zhang Biao saw this, he immediately came over to mediate. Dong Fang Qing Shui happened to be tired, so she stopped and angrily glared at Shaoli. Humph. Just you wait. When Qin Feng comes back, I'll definitely make him teach you a lesson. Shaoli turned her head and didn't say anything. She felt somewhat wronged. They were both women, so why did she have to give in to Dong Fang Qin Shui when she was being bullied? Shaoli yearned endlessly. If only Master could pamper her like how he pampered Dong Fang Qin Shui. Shaoli was willing to exchange everything. The two women stopped fighting. The surrounding disciples from the various sects didn't have anything to watch, so they continued gossiping. The martial arts circle convention is set to start at 8 a.m. It's already 7:50 a.m. Why haven't I seen anyone from the Starlight Gate come? Sigh. Young hero Qin Feng hasn't come either. Don't tell me he's not coming? He's the pride and belief of our outer hidden sect. If young hero Qin Feng doesn't come, the position of Alliance Master will belong to the inner hidden sect again. The martial arts circle convention is getting more and more boring. It's almost becoming a show for the 5 hegemons of the inner hidden sect. If this continues, all of us outer hidden sects will become the lackeys and odd job workers of the inner hidden sect. At this moment, Ling Fei walked over with a few disciples from the Starlight Gate, Su Ruo and Hua Xianyu. Stop talking. The people from the Starlight Gate are here. If they hear you, they'll kill you. The noisy crowd suddenly fell silent. It was as if everyone had agreed to shut their mouths. Ling Fei led the crowd to the center of the crowd. Everyone looked at Ling Fei and the disciples from the Starlight Gate with strange expressions. Why were there only a few people? Where were Ling Dozi and the 2 elders from the Starlight Gate? The martial arts circle convention was hosted by the sect that the previous Alliance Master belonged to. Therefore, the Starlight Gate was the host of the convention. Logically speaking, the Starlight Gate should have sent many elder-level experts to hold the fort. But now, Ling Fei had come. This was somewhat inexcusable. Ling Fei was very depressed. Recently, he had been cultivating in seclusion. This morning, he had just broken through to the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. He was originally quite happy, but in the morning, he discovered that Ling Dozi, the 2 elders, and the vice sect master had all disappeared. Ling Fei couldn't find them for a long time. Seeing that the martial arts circle convention was about to start, Ling Fei had no choice but to rush over. Everyone, I'm very sorry. Our Alliance Master Ling Dozi has some matters to attend to and has temporarily left. He will be here soon. Everyone, please wait patiently for a while. Ling Fei didn't know where Ling Dozi and the others had gone. At this moment, he could only make up an excuse to temporarily calm everyone down. The crowd immediately burst into discussion. They were all complaining and discontented. The martial arts circle convention was a very sacred event to martial artists. All the major sects of the outer martial arts circle had gathered here today. Everyone had been punctually waiting here for a long time. How could they delay the time just because they wanted to? Although everyone was very dissatisfied, in the face of the prestige of the Starlight Gate, the sects of the outer hidden sects held back and did not say anything. The dozens of sects of the inner hidden sects did not stand up either. Everyone surrounded the field and waited. Seeing that it was already past the scheduled time for the start of the martial arts circle convention, Ling Fei's expression became more and more flustered. Logically speaking, how could Ling Dozi and the others be late for such an important day? Moreover, Ling Fei had called 4 people's phones. In the end, their phones were either turned off or not picked up. This gave Ling Fei a bad feeling. Young hero Ling Fei, why isn't Alliance Master Ling Dozi here yet? We can't just keep waiting here, can we? Time passed very quickly. Everyone waited for more than half an hour before someone finally could not wait any longer. That's right. This is the Martial Arts Circle Convention. As the organizer, how can the Starlight Gate not be punctual? Why don't we start? Anyway, the rules of the Martial Arts Circle Convention are that martial artists stand above the others. Whoever is the strongest will be the new Alliance Master of the Martial Arts Circle. Someone stood up and shouted. Many people gathered their courage and echoed. The sects of the inner hidden sects could not wait any longer. However, they did not say anything. After all, the Starlight Gate was still the #1 sect of the inner hidden sections. The other inner hidden sects could not afford to offend them. Ling Fei had been burning with anxiety for a long time. He was already panicking. Seeing that the situation was getting out of control, he quickly shouted with a cold expression. "Stop arguing! It's only been half an hour. Everyone, wait a little longer. The martial arts circle convention is not in a hurry. It doesn't matter if it's earlier or later." Ling Fei was now in the middle stage of Stage 9 inner qi. He was in existence among the strong in the crowd. In addition to the background of the Starlight Gate, the noise in the crowd gradually subsided. "Why do we have to wait? I want to start now." Just as the crowd quieted down, a voice came from afar. Everyone looked in the direction of the voice and saw a familiar figure descending from the sky and standing in the middle of the crowd. It's young hero Qin Feng, great! Young hero Qin Feng is here. Our outer hidden sects are finally saved. Qin Feng defeated Ling Dozi here last time. No matter what, he is at the peak of Stage 9 inner qi. The Alliance Master of the Martial Arts Circle will definitely be young hero Qin Feng. Qin Feng rushed all the way from the bottom of the cliff. He did not care about the discussion of the crowd. Instead, he walked to Su Ruoro and said with a bright smile, "Ruoro, did you sleep well last night?" Su Ruoro did not expect Qin Feng to appear again and continued to pester her. This made Su Ruoro extremely shy. She was focused on her cultivation in the Serenity sect and did not understand the meaning of love. Now that Qin Feng greeted her in front of the entire outer martial arts circle, Su Ruoro did not know what to say. "I don't need you to mind my business." Su Ruoro saw that Qin Feng kept staring at her, so she could not help but reply in a low voice. Qin Feng smiled and said, "Wait until I take down the Alliance Master of the Martial Arts Circle, then I'll look for you." Qin Feng came and stood like the leader of the dragons. Ling Fei stood to the side and gnashed his teeth in anger. Especially when he saw Qin Feng flirting with junior sister Wu Xian, Ling Fei wanted to stomp Qin Feng to death. "Stinking brat, today's martial arts circle convention is hosted by the Starlight sect. It will start whenever I say. Hurry up and move aside. It's best if you don't pester Wu Xian and junior sister Xian Yu. Otherwise, I won't be polite to you." Ling Fei said a lot, but he did not dare to make a move. This was because Ling Fei had seen the battle between Qin Feng and Ling Dozi with his own eyes. Even if he had broken through to the middle stage of Stage 9 inner qi, he did not dare to fight with Qin Feng rashly. Ling Fei's words were too domineering. The sect disciples who were waiting for the martial arts circle convention to start were unhappy. This martial arts circle convention was an event of the entire outer martial arts circle. It did not belong to the Starlight sect alone. How could they say whatever they want? Qin Feng had already turned around and looked at Ling Fei with a smile. "What if I insist on starting now?" Although Qin Feng was smiling again, Ling Fei felt a chill down his spine. He pretended to be calm and shouted, "Don't think that you are amazing just because you have some skills. When Alliance Master Ling Dozi and the two great elders of the Starlight sect arrive, you will suffer. Wait for them to come and support you." The smile on Qin Feng's face became wider. He suddenly raised his hand and slapped Ling Fei away. Chapter 1041. Qin Feng sent Ling Fei, who was in the middle stage of Stage 9 inner qi, flying with a single slap. This scene stunned everyone. Regardless of Ling Fei's strength, he was still a member of the Starlight sect. Was Qin Feng really not afraid of the Starlight sect's revenge? You dare to attack? You're finished today. When Alliance leader Ling Dozi and the two elders arrive, they will definitely kill you on the spot. Ling Fei was slapped in the face by Qin Feng in front of all the disciples of the outer martial arts world. Hua Xianyu and Wu Xian, who he was pursuing, were also watching. This was a great humiliation. Facing the threat of the Starlight sect, everyone was nervous for Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng's expression did not change. With a flash of his body, he slapped Ling Fei again. Slap! This slap was even louder. It made Ling Fei's handsome face look like a pig's head. After Ling Fei fell to the ground, He did not even dare to say anything. He looked at Qin Feng with a terrified expression. He felt like he was dreaming. I already said you won't be able to wait until they return. This year's martial arts circle convention has already begun. Now I announce that everyone can start the competition. After Qin Feng possessed the flying sword, killing a stage 9 energy expert was as easy as drinking a cup of tea. How could he take someone like Ling Fei seriously? After beating Ling Fei up, Qin Feng stood in the middle of the crowd as if he was the previous martial arts alliance master. His arrogant and loud voice shocked everyone. The disciples of the Starlight sect did not even dare to let out a fart. Even the sects of the inner hidden sects did not come back to their senses. They were also stunned by Qin Feng, who had appeared out of nowhere. Brat, who do you think you are? How dare you act so ruthlessly in the martial arts circle convention? After a moment of silence, there was still someone who stood up and shouted at Qin Feng. This was a disciple of the inner hidden Thousand Miles sect. These people from the inner hidden sect had only rushed over on the night of the treasure inspection conference, so they were not clear about the battle between Qin Feng and Ling Dozi. You also want to be slapped? Qin Feng did not care who the other party was and glanced at him coldly. The disciple of the Thousand Miles sect was furious. He pulled out the twin axes on his back and swung them at Qin Feng. However, before he could reach Qin Feng, he was already sent flying by Qin Feng's palm. Rumble! Qin Feng, who had broken through to the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi, was as powerful as a Stage 9 Inner Qi master. The wind and clouds changed as soon as he struck with his palm. The air around him was disrupted by his palm strike, and a strong gust of wind rose in all directions. Many people screamed in fear. How dare you attack a disciple of the Thousand Miles sect? I'll take your dog life. The disciple from the Thousand Miles sect who was sent flying was only a Stage 8 Inner Qi disciple. This time, an elder in his 50s flew towards Qin Feng. His inner Qi was at the late stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. The elder had already seen through Qin Feng's strength. He was only at the mid-stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. The elder from the Thousand Miles sect wasn't afraid of Qin Feng. His first move was a killing move. The violent Qi in his palm was enough to shatter Qin Feng's body. Before the attack even landed, cries of alarm could be heard all around. The disciples of the outer hidden sects could feel the powerful strength of the elder from the Thousand Miles sect. They felt helpless. Any disciple from the inner hidden sects was at least a Stage 8 Inner Qi expert, and the elders were all Stage 9 Inner Qi experts. On the other hand, the outer hidden sects were all Stage 6 Inner Qi experts, and the elders were only Stage 8 Inner Qi experts. Only the sect leader could reach the peak of Stage 9 Inner Qi. This was the difference between the outer hidden sects and the inner hidden sections. It had been hundreds of years, so it couldn't be changed in a short period of time. Rumble! A loud explosion reverberated in the air. Under the astonished gazes of the crowd, Qin Feng didn't move an inch. Instead, he collided head-on with the Thousand Miles sect's Zhang Lai's fist. When the fist and palm collided, the sound of thunder and whistling could be heard from Qin Feng's body. The surging Qi instantly sent the elder from the Thousand Miles sect flying. The elder spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. His eyes were filled with dissatisfaction and shock. He couldn't understand how a kid at the mid-stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi could explode with his peak strength. Whoosh! After the elder from the Thousand Miles sect fell to the ground, the surroundings suddenly became quiet. There were still many people from the inner hidden sects who didn't like Qin Feng and were about to attack him. However, they were so shocked by Qin Feng's strength that they stopped in their tracks. Most of the participants in the Martial Society convention were Stage Inner Qi experts, and Qin Feng's strength was at the peak of Stage 9 Inner Qi. The 5 hidden hegemons were dumbfounded. They didn't know when such a young martial arts expert like Qin Feng appeared in the outer hidden sections. After slapping the elder from the Thousand Miles sect, Qin Feng didn't even look at the old man. It was as if nothing had happened. He turned around and smiled at Su Ruoro. Su Ruoro was already stunned by Qin Feng's strength. She was also staring at Qin Feng's back in a daze. When their eyes met, Suruoro was so embarrassed that her heart was in a mess. She quickly turned her head and pretended that nothing had happened. Is there anyone else who doesn't like me? Come at me together. Don't waste everyone's time in the Martial Society convention. Qin Feng stood in the center of the arena with his hands behind his back. He looked around at the big and small forces of the outer hidden sections. At this moment, the Martial Society convention hadn't started yet, but Qin Feng seemed to have become the Martial Society Alliance Master. His appearance caused the outer hidden sect's disciples to be overjoyed. This Martial Society convention finally had something to look forward to. The Martial Society Alliance Master had been in the inner hidden sects for hundreds of years. Now, it was time for the outer hidden sects to take the seat. The Martial Society convention is about to start. Tell Ling Dozi of the Starlight sect to come out. I know. It must be the people from the Starlight sect who saw young hero Qin Feng and were too embarrassed to come out. Young hero Qin Feng, the outer hidden sects are relying on you to win glory this time. Shouts rang out from all directions. They were all supporting Qin Feng. The inner hidden sect's disciples were so angry that their faces turned ashen. However, under Qin Feng's power and prestige, no one dared to stand out and challenge him. Qin Feng became the center of attention. Dongfang Qin Shui ran over in surprise and held Qin Feng's arm in front of everyone. Bastard, where did you go last night? Qin Feng's sharp black eyes suddenly softened. He looked at Dongfang Qin Shui and smiled. What, were you worried about me? Dongfang Qin Shui was proud and noble. How could she let Qin Feng see through her thoughts? She immediately glared at Qin Feng and said, What are you thinking? Don't think too highly of yourself. I was afraid that you weren't here and no bodyguards would protect me. Of course, Qin Feng understood Dongfang Qin Shui's thoughts, but he didn't expose her. Everyone watched Qin Feng and Dongfang Qin Shui flirting, but no one dared to say anything. When Suruoro saw this scene, she suddenly felt an indescribable sense of loss. She didn't know what was wrong with her. She felt that Qin Feng was very unreliable. On one hand, he was pursuing her, but on the other, he was tangling with another woman. Master, are you all right? Shaoli also ran over and looked at Qin Feng with a worried expression. Qin Feng smiled at Shaoli. I'm fine. Dongfang Qin Shui was instantly unhappy. She pinched Qin Feng's lower back and said, Hurry and help me beat up this servant girl. She's not obedient at all. I want you to replace her. Shaoli glared angrily but didn't say anything. When Qin Feng saw that these two women were about to fight again, he immediately pulled Dongfang Qin Shui back. There's still something important to do right now. Stop fighting and wait for me at your sect. Although Dongfang Qin Shui was willful, she was a woman who understood the big picture. She rolled her eyes at Shaoli and angrily returned to the Blue Moon Observatory. Shaoli also glanced at Qin Feng, then retreated. Qin Feng looked at the crowd again and said forcefully, Since no one has any objections, then I hereby announce that this year's Martial Circle Convention officially begins. Now, everyone will compete. The final winner will become this year's Martial Circle Alliance Master. When Qin Feng's words fell, the surrounding claps were like thunder. The outer hidden sects all cheered and shouted. Previously, they were suppressed by Ling Fei and had a belly full of anger. Now that Qin Feng stood up to support them, everyone instantly felt much more at ease. I'm a disciple of the outer hidden sect, Carefree sect. I'm here to embarrass myself first. If anyone wants to challenge me, feel free to come up. There were already outer hidden sect disciples jumping onto the arena. Another figure flashed by. It was a man from the Divine Dragon sect. There were only 2 people in the arena at a time. Both sides performed the necessary martial arts etiquette before the battle began. The rules of the Martial Circle Convention were extremely simple. It was a place where martial arts dominated. There were no other rules. As long as you could rely on your own strength to fight to the end, you would become this year's Martial Circle Alliance Master. The 2 people on the arena were both young men. Because the Martial Circle Convention's competition was limited to people below 35 years old, and both of them were stage 6 inner chi martial artists, they were evenly matched. The winner was decided after a fierce battle. The winner of this match is Divine Dragon Sex Zhang Yu. When the result of the match was out, Qin Feng directly replaced the Starlight Sect's organizer and personally announced the result. There were hundreds of big and small sects in the outer hidden sect gathered in the arena. Just as the carefree sect disciple lost, more than 10 sects disciples rushed to the arena. The martial circle convention was in full swing. As time passed, the strength of the disciples fighting on the arena became higher and higher. Martial artists who had already reached stage 8 inner chi were fighting. More than half of the hundreds of sects in the surroundings had already been eliminated, especially the outer hidden sect sections. Only a few of the smaller sects could cultivate stage 8 inner chi martial artists below the age of 35. For example, in the entire Azure Moon Observatory, the strongest among the younger generation was stage 7 inner chi, Chen Hai. Faced with this stage 8 inner chi competition, Chen Hai did not even have the courage to go on the arena. The Wu-Tang sect's genius disciple, Zhang Duanya, is here! A loud shout came from the crowd. In the blink of an eye, a green figure had already landed on the arena. Zhang Duanya was alone with a sword. However, the sword in his hand was actually an ordinary longsword. It was not even a piece of white equipment. This scene stunned everyone, because the Wu-Tang sect was famous for its 6 great spiritual swords. Everyone thought that Zhang Duanya would bring one of the 6 great spiritual swords to fight in this martial circle convention. Who would have thought that he would come with a weapon? Listening to the discussions and doubts of the surrounding people, Zhang Duanya felt like he was going to die. He had originally brought the Flying Cloud sword with him. However, during the treasure appraisal convention a few days ago, the Flying Cloud sword had suddenly broken. Zhang Duanya had not been able to find a better sword in such a short amount of time. Even the weapon in his hand had been bought from the blacksmith's shop of the Martial Art Alliance. Zhang Duanya, the last time we fought, we did not have a clear winner. This time, I came prepared. You will definitely lose to my fist. The man in front of Zhang Duanya was the Kunlun sect's young genius disciple, Bamboo Rain. During the first martial circle disturbance, Bamboo Rain also went to attack Qin Feng. Later on, he was defeated by Qin Feng and returned to the sect to focus on cultivation. In just half a year, Bamboo Rain had leaped from the original stage 7 inner chi to the current early stage of stage 9 inner chi expert. This breakthrough speed was also astonishing. Stop talking nonsense. Watch my sword! Zhang Duanya had not been doing well recently. He had a belly full of anger that he wanted to vent. At this moment, he raised his long sword and leaped into the air. While he was in the air, his sword slashed out dozens of sharp sword rays. Humph! You only increase your strength this little? How disappointing! Chapter 1042. Rumble. The power of the 12-pond kicks was enormous. In the blink of an eye, Zhang Duanya's body was stomped dozens of times. Zhang Duanya's figure was sent flying, and when he landed on the ground, a few more sword strikes came at him. Bang bang bang! Zhang Duanya was only a stage 8 inner chi expert, but the sword art he practiced was very exquisite. After a few strikes, the retreating Zhu Yu was hit and also sent flying. Both of them landed together, but Zhang Duanya landed outside the arena and couldn't get up for a while. Zhu Yu was still in the arena and slowly stood up. At this point, the Martial Society convention had already become a competition between the outstanding figures of the younger generation. Zhu Yu alone put the disciples of more than 10 sects in the arena. The few big sects of the outer hidden sects were all defeated, and now, only the people of the inner hidden sects were left. Heh! With such little strength, you can still hold on until now. Is the current outer hidden sects trashed to this extent? Rumble. A loud sound echoed in the air. It turned out that a female disciple of Mount Jade had leaped onto the arena. The female was dressed in white and held a short sword in her hand. Her skin was as white as snow, and her delicate features revealed a trace of spiritual energy. It was impossible to tell the age of these female cultivators. Each and every one of them was as beautiful as a fairy. If they were to be brought to the secular world, those so-called young models and celebrities would definitely feel inferior to them. How powerful is your inner hidden sex? Why must you boast so much? Seeing the disciple of Mount Jade went up the arena, Zhu Yu was somewhat uncertain. But now, he was not only representing Kunlun's sect, but also the face of the outer hidden sections. Those big outer hidden sects who were competing with Zhu Yu for the position of the Martial Society Alliance leader all came to an agreement and cheered for Zhu Yu. The female disciple of Mount Jade didn't care at all. She raised her eyebrows and pounced forward with a short sword in her hand. Mount Jade, Hai Qing is here! The female disciple announced her name. At the same time, her beautiful figure also arrived in front of Zhu Yu. This Hai Qing only needed to swing his sword, and a turbulent aura burst out. Obviously, he was also an early stage 9 inner chi expert. It was just that Zhu Yu had fought with more than 10 people in a row, and the inner chi in his body was severely depleted. Now that he encountered an expert of the same level, he very quickly found it hard to resist. Arhat Fist! Kunlun's sect was famous for their 12-pond kick and Arhat Fist. Bamboo Rain's fist suddenly flashed with golden light, as if she was wearing a pair of golden gloves. That pair of fists were incomparably huge. When she swung her fists, the imposing manner increased by a lot. The air constantly emitted the sound of explosion, forcing Hai Qing to retreat. Retreating to the edge of the stage, Hai Qing's beautiful eyes suddenly flashed. That beautiful figure leaped onto the top of Bamboo Rain's head. The tip of her foot landed, and using the inertia of Bamboo Rain's movement, she directly kicked Bamboo Rain off the stage. Ha ha! The outer hidden sects are truly noobs. They were taken care of so quickly. Is there still anyone who dares to challenge us? Hai Qing defeated Zhu Yu and stood on the arena excitedly. Many of the sects from the outer hidden order were so angry that their faces were ashen. Many of them wanted to kill their way up to Hai Qing, but when they thought of Hai Qing's power, their hearts began to beat like drums. As for those sect's elders or sect masters, they didn't have the qualifications to go on stage due to age restrictions. Whoosh! A silhouette flew out and suddenly appeared on the stage. Seeing the person who went up, cries of surprise and cheers came from all around. The person who went up was Qin Feng. He was the pillar of support for the entire outer hidden order. It's you? Do you want to fight a woman? In this martial arts circle convention, whether it was the outer hidden order or the inner hidden order, the person they paid the most attention to was Qin Feng. Seeing Qin Feng suddenly enter the arena, the arrogant female disciple of Jade New Mountain, Hai Qing, instantly lost her confidence. Her voice trembled slightly. Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back. He had a leisurely expression on his face as he stood on the stage. It was as if he was on vacation. I don't want to fight a woman either. Then you can withdraw from the competition. Qin Feng smiled at Hai Qing. Hai Qing's expression turned cold. How could she withdraw from the competition in front of everyone? If she did, Jade New Mountain would lose all face. Humph! Even if I lose to you, I won't withdraw. You're a man, yet you're fighting a woman. Let's see how you'll be able to survive in the outer hidden order even if you win against me. Hai Qing laughed delicately and brandished her sword towards Qin Feng. This woman didn't allow Qin Feng to attack. Instead, she attacked herself with a killing move. The sword chi that filled the sky surrounded Qin Feng from all directions, completely aiming to kill him. The crowd could feel the coldness of the sword chi. However, they realized that Qin Feng stood motionless on the spot. The sword chi surged and landed on Qin Feng's body. However, a golden light flickered around Qin Feng's body, and a series of crackling sounds came from his body. It was as if the sword chi was hitting on metal. Bang! 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 The crowd was dumbfounded by the scene. Hai Qing knitted her brows tightly. Her heart was beating wildly because of this strange scene. As a stage 9 inner chi expert, even if she couldn't defeat Qin Feng, the sword chi should be able to injure Qin Feng's body. However, Qin Feng stood motionlessly in the middle of the sword chi. He was completely unharmed. Brother, you're amazing! If I'm not mistaken, This is the golden arhat body unique to the Shaolin Temple. Young hero Qin Feng has learned the secret technique of the Shaolin Temple? This is unbelievable. No, this isn't the golden arhat body of Shaolin Temple. Young hero Qin Feng's golden body is even more solid. This is the real invincible golden body. The crowd discussed among themselves. The martial uncles from the Shaolin Temple were dumbfounded. The Shaolin Temple did have the invincible golden body, but it had some flaws. It was a technique that would injure both sides. Unless it was the last resort, the experts from the Shaolin Temple wouldn't use it. During the martial world crisis, martial Uncle Yuan Jin used the invincible golden body and suffered internal injuries. However, Qin Feng's technique was much more powerful than the one from the Shaolin Temple. This was because Qin Feng's invincible golden body didn't have any side effects. The golden light emitted from his body was softer and more solid. Beautiful lady, are you tired? I advise you to withdraw from the competition. Otherwise, you'll regret it when I make my move. After Qin Feng broke through the first stage of the Vajra esoteric, he had the invincible golden body. No one under the stage of inner chi could kill him. Moreover, he was wearing the purple thunder wild robe. With these 2 layers of protection, Qin Feng wouldn't be injured even if he stood in the middle of the sword chi. Hai Qing's eyes were filled with shock. She realized that she had underestimated Qin Feng's strength. Qin Feng had sent Ling Fei flying with 2 slaps and defeated the great elder of the 1,000-mile sect. How could she, Hai Qing, deal with such an expert? However, Hai Qing wasn't willing to give up. If she withdrew from the competition now, she wouldn't have the face to return to Jade Maiden Mountain. Moreover, Hai Qing discovered an advantage. Qin Feng really didn't fight with women. Hai Qing took advantage of this and kept attacking. She didn't believe that she couldn't break through Qin Feng's defense. Bang, bang, bang. Qin Feng stood in the middle of the sword formation. His clothes and hair fluttered in the wind, but his body wasn't injured. After fighting for a while, Qin Feng said, Beautiful lady, if you don't withdraw from the competition, don't blame me for being impolite. Hai Qing's face turned red in embarrassment. Qin Feng stood there and let her hit him for a long time. She still couldn't defeat him. It was embarrassing enough to say it out loud. You're a man, and you still want to fight? Wait a little longer, I'll defeat you in a while. Hai Qing was so anxious that her little face turned red. Laughter came from all directions. In the past, the people of the inner hidden sects were so arrogant that they didn't put these people of the outer hidden sects in their eyes. It was as if they were born to be a class higher than the people of the outer hidden sections. Now that the disciples of the inner hidden sects, Jade Maiden Mountain, had made a fool of themselves, the disciples of the outer hidden sects were extremely happy. This time, there were many people from Jade Maiden Mountain. The female elder who led the group had a cold expression. She felt that this time, the face of the sect was completely lost. However, the female elder couldn't do anything. She didn't blame Hai Qing in her heart. She could only blame Hai Qing for being unlucky to meet such an abnormal opponent like Qin Feng. Beautiful lady, my patience has run out. Since you don't want to withdraw from the competition, then I can only withdraw for you. Qin Feng stood in the arena and let Hai Qing hit him for a full 10 minutes. Then, his figure flashed and disappeared before Hai Qing's eyes. Hai Qing was so scared that her whole body trembled. She had seen Qin Feng's strength. Could it be that Qin Feng was going to use underhanded means? Hai Qing felt that she definitely wouldn't be able to block even one move. What are you doing? Quickly let go of me! Hai Qing's mind was filled with thousands of thoughts. Just as she was thinking about how to escape, she suddenly felt someone hugging her tightly from behind. Hai Qing was so scared that she cried out. She turned her head and saw Qin Feng's vulgar smile. The surrounding martial artists were in an uproar. No one expected that Qin Feng would suddenly make such a move. Wasn't this the scene of a martial arts competition? How did the two of them end up hugging each other and flirting while fighting? Hai Qing struggled with all her might, but she couldn't break free from Qin Feng's embrace. Qin Feng's hands were no longer honest. He pinched Hai Qing's delicate and charming cheeks and even blew hot air into her ears. "Beautiful lady, it was you who didn't want to go down. Then, this elder will satisfy you. Have you taken a fancy to this elder? Why don't we fight for 500 rounds right now?" Qin Feng still didn't want to fight with a woman. Thus, he purposely displayed a frivolous attitude, wanting to scare away this female disciple of Jade Maiden Mountain. It had to be said that this cultivating woman was indeed beautiful. Her body surged with spiritual energy, and her skin was as smooth as a newborn baby's. Qin Feng hugged Hai Qing and didn't want to let go. Hai Qing had already thrown away the short sword in her hand. At this time, she was so anxious that she kept stomping her feet. You shameless person, let go! I am going to tear you into 1,000 pieces!" All the female disciples of the sects who cultivated were very pure. They rarely came into contact with the world of mortals. Even if they got together with a man, it would be for the sake of dual cultivation. Moreover, they would only have one partner in their lifetime. Hai Qing was still single. She didn't have a partner, but she was being hugged by Qin Feng in front of all the disciples of the outer martial arts world at the martial arts conference. She wanted to die. "Beautiful lady, if you want me to let go of you, then announce that you're withdrawing from the competition now." Qin Feng didn't really want to take advantage of Hai Qing. He mainly wanted this woman to step down from the competition. Hai Qing was so anxious that tears fell from her eyes. She was the strongest disciple of Jade Maiden Mountain. If she withdrew from the competition, then wouldn't Jade Maiden Mountain give up the right to participate in the Martial Arts Alliance Master election? As Hai Qing struggled, she refused to back out of the competition. Qin Feng was helpless against this stubborn girl. Dong Fang Qing Shui gnashed her teeth as she watched from below. She almost rushed up and stomped Qin Feng to death. How could this brat be so fickle? Every time he saw a beautiful woman, he would flirt with her. Shaoli, on the other hand, was very calm. She saw the battle between Qin Feng and Ice Lake Mountain's old Taoist nun last night. This scene before her was child's play. Hua Xian Yu's willowy eyebrows furrowed tightly. Su Ruro was so nervous that she clasped her hands together. She was becoming more and more disappointed in Qin Feng. This man was too fickle. Su Ruro decided to ignore this stinky man Qin Feng in the future. The originally intense martial arts conference became a public teasing session for Qin Feng. Everyone's eyes fell to the ground. At this time, a low roar came from outside the arena. "Hai Qing, come down! Our Jade Maiden Mountain admits defeat." Chapter 1043. When the sect leader of Jade New Mountain finished speaking, Hai Qing stopped struggling. Her beautiful eyes were filled with disappointment. It seemed that Jade New Mountain had no fate with the martial arts circle convention. Qin Feng let go of Hai Qing. Seeing the girl's dejected expression, Qin Feng patted her shoulder and said, "Miss Hai Qing, don't be dejected. After I become the Martial Arts Alliance leader, I'll take care of Jade New Mountain in the future. You can go now." Qin Feng's words caused the crowd to gasp. Based on the strength of the disciples who had come to participate in the competition, Qin Feng was the strongest among the powerhouses under the age of 35. This time, the title of Wulin Chancellor would definitely belong to Qin Feng. Everyone present wanted to curry favor with Qin Feng. This way, their sects would be able to develop greatly in the next 5 years. Now that Qin Feng agreed to take care of Jade New Mountain, everyone was extremely envious. The sad and disappointed Hai Qing's eyes suddenly lit up. She looked shyly at Qin Feng. Her cold and powerful aura disappeared. She had never been in love before, but at this moment, she was a little excited. This is what you said. Then don't go back on your word." Hai Qing became a spoiled little girl. The beautiful and moving scene made many men's hearts flutter. Qin Feng smiled and said, "Don't worry, I, Qin Feng, am a man of my word. Why would I lie to you?" Qin Feng's method of picking up girls was already at the point of perfection. It was even higher than his cultivation. He could pick up a girl in the time it took to fight. Dong Fang Qing Shui was so angry that she gritted her teeth. Even Shaoli was helpless against her master. As for Su Ruoro, she didn't want to look at Qin Feng anymore. She kept her head down and didn't say anything. No one knew what she was thinking. Hai Qing was extremely happy. She looked shyly at Qin Feng and didn't want to get off the stage. The female elder of Jade New Mountain's expression also improved. She stood below the stage and said, "Hai Qing, hurry and get off the stage. Don't affect other people's matches. Young hero Qin Feng, I thank you on behalf of Hai Qing. If you have time, Jade New Mountain welcomes you at any time." Since the elder had spoken, Hai Qing had no choice but to get off the stage. When she got off the stage, she reluctantly looked back at Qin Feng. Qin Feng was helpless against Hai Qing's actions. It seemed that this little girl who had just experienced her first awakening of love was completely conquered by him. After Hai Qing left the stage, the audience quietened down again. Hai Qing was a stage 9 energy expert, but he couldn't even hurt a hair on Qin Feng's head. Qin Feng's strength shocked the crowd. The inner hidden sect disciples were dumbfounded. No one dared to challenge Qin Feng. The gazes of the major sects from the inner hidden sects all fell on the disciples of the inner hidden 5 hegemons. They did not intend to step forward and were waiting for the inner hidden 5 hegemons to step forward and destroy Qin Feng's prestige. There were only 4 sects left among the 5 hidden hegemons. For some reason, Ice Lake Mountain didn't come today, but Starlight Sect sent Ling Fei to hold the fort. Everyone was disappointed by this scene. "Serenity disciple Hua Xianyu, please enlighten me." After a long period of silence, a beautiful figure suddenly stepped onto the stage. As soon as Hua Xianyu landed on the stage, a wave of exclamations came from the audience. This woman was too beautiful. She was like a fairy that had descended from the heavens. Qin Feng, on the other hand, had a bitter expression on his face. He wasn't afraid of anyone in today's martial arts circle conference except for Hua Xianyu and Su Ruoro from the Serenity. "Miss Xianyu, I think you should withdraw from the competition. I have a mission to complete. I must become the leader of the martial arts circle. Otherwise, I can hand over the position to you." What Qin Feng said was the truth. He came to the martial arts circle conference to complete the system's mission. He didn't really care about the title of the martial arts circle conference. Hua Xianyu was in a dilemma. Of course, she didn't want to fight with Qin Feng. However, she and Wu Xian from the Serenity had come. What else could she do? "Young hero Qin Feng, this is the martial arts circle conference. Let's put our friendship aside for now. I will fight with all my strength later. You should also do your best." Since Hua Xianyu was on the stage, there was no reason for her to withdraw. She knew very well that she wasn't Qin Feng's opponent. Hua Xianyu was only a stage 8 energy cultivator. She was weaker than Hai Qing. How could she defeat Qin Feng? "If that's the case, then I can only offend you. To be fair, I won't use the invincible golden body. Miss Xianyu, please be careful later." Qin Feng didn't act pretentiously. He was ready to fight at any time. Hua Xianyu raised her hand and drew a soft sword from her waist. She let out a delicate cry and pounced towards Qin Feng. "Rip!" The sound of air being torn rang out. Hua Xianyu didn't hold back. Her first strike was aimed at Qin Feng's heart. Unfortunately, Hua Xianyu was too weak. Her speed was fast to others, but it was full of flaws in Qin Feng's eyes. Qin Feng leaned to the side and said, "Miss Xianyu's sword technique is soft but firm. It's exquisite, but it lacks killing intent and agility. If your sword speed was twice as fast, I believe that even a stage 9 energy expert wouldn't be your opponent." Qin Feng didn't plan to fight Hua Xianyu for real. Otherwise, he could send her flying with a slap. After hearing Qin Feng's words, Hua Xianyu's beautiful eyes sparkled. She had practiced swordsmanship for more than 10 years. Now, she had a sudden realization. Qin Feng was giving her pointers. "Young hero Qin Feng, do you know that it's dangerous to indulge your enemy?" Hua Xianyu quickly regained her senses. Her expression turned cold, and she thrust her sword again. This time, the speed of the sword was much faster. It lacked some unnecessary fanciful moves and added some killing intent to it. This made the sword technique more fierce and practical. Rip! However, the long sword still missed. Qin Feng disappeared like a ghost and reappeared behind Hua Xianyu. Miss Xianyu, your energy is strong and your realm is stable. However, you don't have enough combat experience. You only focus on attacking and don't know how to defend. If it was someone else, they would have killed you if they stabbed you in the back. Qin Feng's voice rang out from time to time. The martial artists in the audience were dumbfounded. They wondered if this was the scene of the martial arts conference. In the previous match, Qin Feng and Hai Qing hugged each other. In this match, Qin Feng didn't make a move. He kept giving pointers to Hua Xianyu. Hua Xianyu's heart shook. She felt a lingering fear. Qin Feng pointed out her fatal weaknesses. Hua Xianyu also felt the danger. If it wasn't Qin Feng but someone else, Hua Xianyu believed that she would have been seriously injured and defeated. Young hero Qin Feng, please don't be like this. Hurry up and attack. Hua Xianyu felt grateful and guilty at the same time. She didn't want Qin Feng to give in to her. She didn't want to withdraw from the competition because she wanted to protect Serenity's reputation. However, she still hoped that she would be defeated by Qin Feng. This way, Qin Feng could become the leader of the martial arts society. Then I'll have to offend you. Qin Feng's voice was cold. His whole body was bursting with inner qi. Hua Xianyu panicked. She only knew how strong Qin Feng was after fighting with him. Just this burst of inner qi was enough to make Hua Xianyu breathless. Rumble! A loud sound spread. Qin Feng's palm didn't directly hit Hua Xianyu. Instead, it pierced through the air between the two of them. Hua Xianyu had the time to react. She immediately circulated her inner qi to protect her body. Unfortunately, her realm was too low. She was slapped off the stage by Qin Feng. Senior Sister Xianyu, are you okay? Suruoro cried out in shock. She leaped and caught Hua Xianyu. Hua Xianyu felt a stifling feeling in her chest, and was unable to speak for a while. However, she was pleasantly surprised in her heart, because Qin Feng's palm was not a real attack. It was just a gust of air that shook her off the stage. Bastard, Serenity's Wuxin is here! Suruoro misunderstood Qin Feng. She thought that he beat Hua Xianyu until she couldn't speak. In a fit of anger, Suruoro flew onto the stage. Hua Xianyu's chest calmed down. She wanted to stop junior sister Wuxin, but it was too late. Once she was on the stage, she had to fight to the end. Ro, why are you here? Get off the stage! Qin Feng felt a headache when he saw Suruoro. He didn't even attack Hai Qing, so why would he attack Suruoro? Cut the crap. You're strong, right? Then let me see. Suruoro was filled with anger. Half of it was because Qin Feng injured senior sister Xianyu, and the other half was resentment. Suruoro didn't understand why. Anyway, she was unhappy when she saw Qin Feng hugging Hai Qing and being intimate with Dongfang Qing Shui. Suruoro didn't say anything. She swung her sword and flew over. Qin Feng stood still and watched as Suruoro's sword approached his chest. Whoosh! The sword pierced through the air, and the sound of a sword rang out. Suruoro's sword that was about to pierce through Qin Feng's chest suddenly changed direction. She felt that if she was 0.01 seconds slower, she would have killed Qin Feng. Suruoro somersaulted in the air and landed on the ground. She stared at Qin Feng with her beautiful eyes in astonishment. You! Why didn't you dodge? Qin Feng smiled calmly. Why should I dodge? I know you won't kill me. Also, if you want the position of the Martial Arts Alliance Master, I can give it to you. Qin Feng's words caused the surrounding crowd to explode. This year's Martial Arts Alliance Master was definitely Qin Feng, but no one expected him to willingly give this position to a Serenity disciple. The people from the outer hidden sects were all on tenterhooks. Everyone was counting on Qin Feng to stand up for the outer hidden sections. He couldn't really give up the position of the Martial Arts Alliance Master, Su Ruo's calm heart panicked at this moment. She had the urge to run away. She didn't know why, but when she saw the hateful, stinky man standing in front of her, Su Ruo's heartbeat inexplicably sped up. She really couldn't do it. She couldn't kill Qin Feng. You, if you have the guts, continue standing there and don't move. My next sword will pierce through your heart. Su Ruo regained her senses. She blushed when she heard the discussion around her. This was the venue of the Martial Arts Alliance conference. All the outer hidden sect's disciples were watching. Su Ruo was now a genius disciple of Serenity. She didn't want to embarrass Serenity, nor did she want to embarrass sect leader Jingxin. Then you can try. I still won't move. Qin Feng's smile didn't change. When he looked at Su Ruo, his eyes were filled with love. Then go to hell. Su Ruo was infuriated. Her face turned cold. She gripped her long sword tightly and stabbed downwards. The speed of this sword was obviously faster. In order to not let her heart soften and suddenly stop, Su Ruo didn't give herself a way out. She watched as the tip of the sword grazed Qin Feng's chest, but Qin Feng still didn't move. Su Ruo's jade-like hand holding the long sword trembled. She thought Qin Feng would definitely dodge at the crucial moment. How could a playboy like him not treasure his own life? What he said just now was only a method to pick up girls, but Qin Feng didn't dodge. Su Ruo heard the sound of the sword piercing into his skin. She saw a trace of blood spurt out and saw Qin Feng's smiling face. Chapter 1044. Whoosh! A wave of screams came from all around. Everyone was stunned by the scene on the stage. The disciples of the outer hidden sects were yelling Qin Feng's name, reminding him to dodge. A playful smile appeared on the faces of the disciples of the inner hidden sections. As long as Qin Feng died, the inner hidden sects would still have the right to fight for the position of Alliance Master. Dongfang Qingshui was so scared that her heart almost jumped out of her chest. She didn't know what was wrong with Qin Feng. Was he going to throw his life away just to pick up a girl? Shaoli clenched her fists tightly. Her expression was so cold that it looked like water was about to drip from her face. She was ready to rush onto the stage and attack Su Ruo. Even Hai Qing from Mount Jade Maiden was so nervous that she clasped her hands together. Her heart was filled with worry. Pfft! The sound of skin being cut was heard, and blood splattered on the ground. Su Ruo was scared at the last moment. She quickly changed the direction of her long sword, but it still cut through the skin on Qin Feng's chest. Qin Feng still stood in the same spot. This superficial wound was nothing to him. He looked at Su Ruo with clear eyes and the smile on his face remained. Su Ruo threw away her long sword. This was the first time she fought since she started cultivating, and it was also the first time she injured someone. Although Su Ruo had lost her memory, she was still kind-hearted. She looked at the blood on the ground and Qin Feng's smiling face. She suddenly had the urge to cry. Why? Why didn't you dodge? Don't you know you'll die? Su Ruo suddenly shouted the emotions she suppressed in her heart. She glared at Qin Feng. She was very angry. Qin Feng took a step forward and pulled Su Ruo into his embrace. This action once again caused the surrounding crowd to scream. Su Ruo's body stiffened, and she lay in Qin Feng's embrace, dumbfounded. Fuck! I finally understand. Young hero Qin Feng didn't come here to compete. He came here to pick a concubine. How long has it been? He already has 2 fairies in his hands. Rumor has it that young hero Qin Feng was a hedonistic young master. His ability to pick up girls was unmatched. Now that I've seen it, I'm ashamed. That scared me to death. Luckily, young hero Qin Feng is fine. There's still hope for our outer hidden sects. Qin Feng stood on the stage and quietly hugged Su Ruo. It was as if the two of them were cut off from the world. Su Ruo's heart was filled with rage and panic, but at this moment, she calmed down. She didn't know why, but she felt very safe lying in Qin Feng's embrace. Moreover, Qin Feng's scent was somewhat familiar. Ro, I know you lost your memory, but that's not important. I'll help you regain it. Qin Feng knew that Su Ro wouldn't strike. This woman used to be so timid and kind, how could she kill someone? Su Ro lay in Qin Feng's embrace for a long time before she finally regained her senses. She hurriedly struggled out of Qin Feng's embrace and was so nervous that she didn't dare to look into Qin Feng's eyes. Su Ro's heart was becoming more and more bewildered. She used to think that Qin Feng had mistaken her for someone else, but now she felt like she really did know Qin Feng in the past. I lost! Su Ro did not want to continue fighting. She withdrew from the competition and leaped to Hua Xianyu's side. Cheers and screams rang out from all directions. All of them were cheering for Qin Feng. Ice Lake Mountain, one of the 5 overlords of the inner hidden sects, and Serenity was defeated. Now there were only 3 sects left. Seeing that Qin Feng was in the limelight today, the disciples of the inner hidden sects gritted their teeth in anger. A white figure leaped up and landed on the arena in the blink of an eye. Brother, I am the 37th generation successor of the Snow Mountain sect, one of the Snow Mountain's 7 swordsmen, Wen Yiming. Please enlighten me, brother! The one who entered the arena was Wen Yiming. His white robe fluttered in the wind, and he stood with his hands behind his back. A treasured sword hung from his waist. It was the azure-tipped sword that Qin Feng gave him. He had just settled 2 acquaintances, and now another one had arrived. Qin Feng was speechless. Brother Wen, long time no see. Your strength has increased greatly. Qin Feng cupped his fists and looked at Wen Yiming with a smile. Wen Yiming was stunned. He looked Qin Feng up and down, but he did not recognize Qin Feng. During the exploration of the Ghost Mountain ancient martial ruins, Qin Feng appeared as Green Wolf. The people of the inner hidden sects did not know much about Qin Feng. They did not know the relationship between Qin Feng's identities. Who are you? Why do you know me? Wen Yiming asked with furrowed brows. I met Brother Wen once. We went through thick and thin together. Before we parted ways, I gave Brother Wen the treasured sword on your waist. I didn't expect to meet you again today. I'm very happy. Qin Feng planned to meet Wen Yiming last night, but his plan was disrupted by Ling Dozi and the others from the Star Galaxy sect. Wen Yiming's eyes sparkled. He shouted excitedly, Brother Green Wolf! I didn't recognize you because you were wearing a mask last time. Oh, right. How are you doing, billowy heroine? Wen Yiming, Qin Feng, and Hua Yan fell into the cave together. They fought side by side and forged a deep friendship. Wen Yiming often thought of Qin Feng and Hua Yan. However, as a genius disciple of the inner hidden sects, Snow Mountain sect, he rarely went to the secular world. After the exploration of Ghost Mountain, Wen Yiming had been in closed-door cultivation. He broke through from Stage 8 Inner Qi to the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. When Wen Yiming mentioned Hua Yan, Qin Feng started to miss her. He also thought of the other women in Hero City. He wanted to visit them as soon as the Martial Society convention was over. Billowy Heroine is doing well. She's with me now, but she didn't come this time. I'm afraid she's in danger, Qin Feng said. Wen Yiming nodded. The Martial Society convention was chaotic and dangerous. It was not suitable to bring Billowy Heroine. After learning Qin Feng's true identity, Wen Yiming cupped his hands and said, Since you are Brother Green Wolf, I won't embarrass myself anymore. I'm not as strong as you, so I wanted to fight you. But it seems like there's no need for that now. Let's have a drink in the future. Wen Yiming had seen the strength that Qin Feng had displayed. He knew that he was no match for Qin Feng. Wen Yiming had already withdrawn from the competition and returned to the sect. The Snow Mountain sect elder did not blame Wen Yiming. Instead, he was excited. The elders of the Snow Mountain sect did not expect Wen Yiming to know Qin Feng. After Qin Feng became the Martial Society Alliance Master, it would be convenient for him to build a good relationship with Wen Yiming. A Stage 9 Inner Qi expert withdrew from the competition with just a few words from Qin Feng. This scene shocked everyone once again. In the entire Inner Hidden Sects, only the disciples of the Immortal Cloud sect and the Starlight sect had yet to fight. However, the martial artists of the outer hidden sects did not care about these two sects anymore. In the past, any small sect in the inner hidden sects would be a high and mighty existence in the outer hidden sections. But today, with Qin Feng's support, these outer hidden sect disciples did not even care about the 5 hidden powers. Yunchen of the Immortal Cloud sect is here! A black shadow landed on the arena. One of the 5 hidden powers, the Immortal Cloud sect, had come to challenge Qin Feng. Qin Feng glanced at Yunchen. This kid was rather impressive. He actually broke through to the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. If Qin Feng did not appear out of nowhere today, the position of the Alliance Master of the pugilistic world would have been fought between the Immortal Cloud sect and the Starlight sect. Unfortunately, these people encountered Qin Feng. Not to mention the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi, even if Qin Feng was at the pinnacle of Stage 9 Inner Qi, he would still kill Qin Feng. Yunchen was ready to fight, but Qin Feng stretched his body and said, "Wait a minute! I've been fighting for so long that I'm starting to feel sleepy. Who else wants to fight for the position of the Martial Society Alliance Master? Why don't all of you come up and fight me together? That way, we won't have to go up one by one and waste time." Qin Feng's words shocked everyone. Yunchen was so angry that his nose became crooked. "Stinking brat, don't be too arrogant. There's always someone stronger. Your strength is only SOSO in the inner hidden sects. Stop talking nonsense. Is there anyone else who wants to challenge me? If no one comes up, then I'll defeat this kid and become the Martial Society Alliance Master." Qin Feng did not care about Yunchen's words at all. Of course, he knew how powerful the inner hidden sects were. The people who came to the Martial Society convention this time were only at the inner hidden sect's elder level. Even the vice-sect leader of the Starlight sect was at Stage 1 True Qi. From this, it could be seen that the strength of the sect leaders of the inner hidden sects was difficult to estimate. However, those old monsters had not arrived yet. Here, Qin Feng was the king. The martial artists below the stage were restless. The outer hidden sect's disciples were shocked by Qin Feng's domineering aura. The inner hidden sect's disciples were so angry that they blew their beards and glared at him. Ling Fei had just broken through to the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi today. Originally, he was confident that he could win the position of the Martial Society Alliance Master. However, Qin Feng suddenly appeared and caught him off guard. Ling Fei, who was originally in despair, suddenly had hope. "Yunchen, let's join hands and kill this kid first. We'll talk about the competition later." Ling Fei leaped and stood next to Yunchen. Yunchen immediately nodded and shouted to the inner hidden sect's disciples below the stage. "What are you guys still standing there for? Come up. Let's kill this arrogant brat first." This was no longer a simple martial society convention. It had escalated to a conflict between the inner hidden sects and the outer hidden sections. As soon as Yunchen's voice fell, more than 10 inner hidden sects disciples flew up. The weakest of them was at Stage 8 Inner Qi. Fuck. The inner hidden sects disciples are acting shamelessly. Let's go. We can't let young hero Qin Feng suffer. The outer hidden sects disciples were instantly unhappy. They clamored to go up the stage to help. However, before they could come up, Qin Feng's dignified voice rang out. "Everyone calm down. I'll fight alone." Qin Feng was now the outer hidden sect's representative. His words were as effective as an imperial edict. The restless crowd immediately calmed down. However, everyone's faces were still filled with worry. "Young hero Qin Feng, you're at a disadvantage. Let's follow the rules of the Martial Society Convention. This time, young hero Qin Feng will definitely be the Martial Society Alliance Master." Although everyone had witnessed Qin Feng's valiant strength, they were still somewhat worried. No matter how powerful Qin Feng was, how could he fight so many martial artists at once? Moreover, the people on the stage were all experts from the inner hidden sections. There were more than 10 Stage 8 Inner Qi experts, 5 or 6 Stage 9 Inner Qi experts, and 2 Stage 9 Inner Qi experts, Ling Fei and Yunchen. Even in the outer hidden sects, such a powerful lineup could compare to many small sections. Even a sect like the Blue Moon Observatory couldn't bring out so many experts. Qin Feng didn't care. He was very arrogant at this moment, but he had the qualifications to be so. Qin Feng even killed Ling Tianhai, who was at the true Qi stage, so why would he care about these inner Qi martial artists? The outer hidden sect's disciples below the stage were still shouting. Yun Qin and Ling Fei were impatient. They were deeply afraid that Qin Feng would suddenly change his mind. The two of them looked at each other, nodded, and took the lead to pounce on Qin Feng. Stinking brat, today we'll let you know the consequences of being arrogant. Brothers, let's attack together. I don't believe that this brat has 3 heads and 6 arms. As soon as the two of them attacked, Ling Fei held the orange light spiritual sword in his hand. His first attack was a killing move. 6 stars appeared behind him, and his sword Qi was sharp and cold. On the other hand, Yunqin held a crescent moon blade. When the large blade slashed down, it brought with it the power of mountains and rivers, causing the stage to shake violently. Chapter 1045. Almost half of the inner hidden sect disciples made their moves. The weakest among them was Stage 8 inner Qi. Every move they made was a killing move. In an instant, the weather changed and the weather on the stage changed drastically. It was as if the end of the world was coming. Rumble! Before the attacks landed, loud noises were heard. The air was filled with the sound of wind breaking. Sword Qi, saber shadows, darts, sparks, all kinds of attacks converged and surrounded Qin Feng from all directions. The crowd below the stage was stunned. The outer hidden sect disciples were so nervous that they were about to have a heart attack. The inner hidden sect disciples were excited and couldn't wait to see Qin Feng die. Dongfang Qingshui and Shaoli held each other's hands. The two girls always quarreled and fought when they saw each other. However, they were worried about Qin Feng and temporarily let bygones be bygones. Snow Mountain Sect and Jade Lady Mountain didn't help. When Yiming and Hai Qing frowned. They were also worried about Qin Feng. Hua Xianyu was terrified. Su Ruoro was also worried. Su Ruoro felt an indescribable pain in her heart when she saw the man who would rather be stabbed to death than dodge. Rumble! All these emotions changed in an instant. In the blink of an eye, all kinds of attacks were about to land on Qin Feng. Qin Feng's expression didn't change. His body emitted a dazzling golden light. His invincible golden body felt threatened and automatically activated. Bang 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 bang. Dozens of sword Qi landed on Qin Feng's body and produced the sound of a powerful army. The invincible golden body was invincible in the stage of inner Qi. How could these people kill Qin Feng? Ling Fei released dozens of sword Qi but realized that the sword Qi didn't cause much damage to Qin Feng. That scene shocked him so much that his eyeballs almost popped out. I don't believe your bones are made of steel. Watch my blade. Ling Fei's attack did not work, so he quickly retreated. That immortal cloud sex Yunqin followed up with a move. The crescent moon blade in his hand was over 2 meters long, and it slashed down from the void. It affected the Qi of mountains and rivers, causing the arena beneath Qin Feng's feet to tremble. Rumble! Qin Feng moved and punched out. His punch carried the sound of thunder and whistled. It was extremely fast and affected the power of heaven and earth. It knocked the crescent moon blade out of Yunqian's hand. Cries of alarm rang out all around. Everyone was waiting for Qin Feng to make his move. Now that they finally saw the scene of Qin Feng violently beating up the inner hidden sect disciples, the outer hidden sect disciples were beyond excited. Rumble! Once Qin Feng attacked, he couldn't stop. He leaped into the air and kicked Yunqin and his saber off the stage. In the blink of an eye, a Stage 9 inner Qi expert was defeated. Several balls of destructive fire fell from the sky. Several Stage 8 inner disciples were hit by the fireballs and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood in midair. The remaining Stage 8 inner disciples were scared silly. They could feel that the fire was unusual. It was definitely not an ordinary demon cultivator's fire. It was as though it could swallow a person's soul in an instant. Holy shit! This person is too strong. It's more important for me to stay alive. As soon as Qin Feng made his move, his domineering methods scared more than a dozen Stage 8 energy martial artists into fleeing with their hands over their heads. These people leaped off the stage and automatically forfeited the competition. In less than half a minute, the outcome of this fierce battle had already been decided. To Ling Fei and the other inner hidden sect disciples, it was a fierce battle. However, to Qin Feng, it was a one-sided abuse. There were only 5 people left on the stage. Ling Fei led the way and 4 other Stage 9 inner Qi disciples. Although the 5 of them were still standing on the stage, they had long lost their confidence. They had only seen Qin Feng fight before. Now that they had personally fought with Qin Feng, they realized that Qin Feng's background was more powerful than they had imagined. Do you guys still want to continue? Qin Feng looked at Ling Fei and the others indifferently. The 5 of them didn't dare to speak. Ling Fei gritted his teeth in anger. Half a year ago, when he met Qin Feng on Devil Beast Mountain, Ling Fei didn't take Qin Feng seriously at all. At that time, if Hua Xianyu didn't stop him, Ling Fei would have stabbed Qin Feng to death. Ling Fei would never have thought that Qin Feng would become so powerful in just over half a year. If he could turn back time, Ling Fei would definitely kill Qin Feng on Devil Beast Mountain. You guys trapped Qin Feng. I'll go capture his fiancée. The atmosphere was deadlocked for a moment. Ling Fei suddenly leaped off the stage. Everyone looked at him strangely. They didn't know what trick Ling Fei was playing. The 4 disciples standing on the stage were all dumbfounded. Each of them stood blankly on the stage, not knowing what to do. Qin Feng also had some doubts, but he understood Ling Fei's intentions in the next second. Qin Feng was so angry that his eyes turned blood red. What are you doing? Dongfang Qingshui's scream came from below the stage. Ling Fei suddenly pulled out his long sword and stabbed it towards Dongfang Qingshui's chest. Everyone was stunned by this scene. They never thought Ling Fei would be so shameless. Now everyone understood that Ling Fei purposely went to assassinate Dongfang Qingshui and then forced Qin Feng to rush off the stage to save her. According to the rules of the Martial Circle Convention, as long as one's body left the stage, it would be considered a loss. Shameless villain, watch my sword! Shaoli was so angry that he gnashed his teeth. Dongfang Qingshui always said that Shaoli wasn't a qualified female servant, but at the most dangerous moment, Shaoli disregarded his life and waved his sword in front of Dongfang Qingshui. Humph! A mere Stage 6 inner Qi trash, you're courting death! Ling Fei couldn't beat Qin Feng, but he didn't put an opponent of Shaoli's level in his eyes. Today, Qin Feng pressured Ling Fei to the point that he couldn't breathe. His heart was already filled with rage. At this moment, Ling Fei's eyes were bloodshot. He waved his long sword and stabbed it towards Shaoli's chest. Shaoli! Dongfang Qingshui was so scared that her face paled, and she yelled Shaoli's name. The cold wind around Shaoli's body had already dissipated. She discovered that Ling Fei was really powerful. He could take her life with one strike. The atmosphere froze in this instant. Everyone's gaze was focused on Shaoli and Ling Fei. Hua Xianyu and Su Ruo's willowy eyebrows tightly knitted. Although they knew Ling Fei, they also felt that this man was too shameless. Master, Shaoli is not good. I can't continue to take care of Master. In my next life, I'm willing to be Master's cow. Shaoli was so busy that she even started to yell her farewell words before she died. However, before she finished speaking, a pink light flickered. It was as fast as lightning. It appeared in an instant and disappeared in an instant. It was as if everything had returned to normal and nothing had happened. However, the long sword in Ling Fei's hand was hovering above Shaoli's chest. The tip of the sword was stuck to the fullness, but it was unable to advance even an inch. Ling Fei's eyes were filled with shock. He looked as if he had seen a ghost. It was as if someone had cast a body-freezing spell on him. He stood in place without moving, causing everyone to be dumbfounded. Puchi! After a long time, a soft sound was heard. Shaoli and Dongfang Qingshui were the closest to Ling Fei. The two girls' eyes were already filled with shock and they both took a big step back. Bang! The two girls' feet had just landed on the ground when Ling Fei's body split open. It split from the top of his head all the way to the bottom of his body. Finally, his body split into two halves and fell to the side. Fresh blood stained the ground. The two bodies had already exploded into flesh and blood. It was already impossible to tell what was what. Ling Fei died in an instant. He couldn't be more dead. The air was filled with the strong smell of blood. All the disciples of the outer and inner hidden sects were dumbstruck. They didn't even dare to breathe too loudly. No one knew what was going on. Why did Ling Fei suddenly die? No one saw anyone attack Ling Fei. There was only a flash of pink light. The pink light was extremely fast. Everyone even suspected that it was an illusion. Qin Feng stood tall and straight in the arena with his hands behind his back. He was dozens of meters away, but he could instantly kill a stage 9 inner chi expert like Ling Fei. This was the power of the flying sword. Qin Feng couldn't calm his heart for a long time. After a long period of silence, the crowd burst into an uproar. This was the scene of the martial arts circle convention. The person who was killed was the genius disciple of the Starlight sect, Ling Fei. The people of the Starlight sect had already surrounded him. They looked at the flesh and blood on the ground. They wanted to shout Ling Fei's name but couldn't. Hua Xianyu and Su Ruoro also surrounded him. The two girls were brought along by Ling Fei to gain experience. When they saw Ling Fei die just like that, their expressions became slightly anxious. The entire inner hidden sects had gathered together and were discussing this matter. After a while, a disciple of the Starlight sect stood up and shouted, "Who killed senior brother Ling Fei? Stand up if you have the guts. The Starlight sect and you are irreconcilable." The crowd was silent. No one reacted. Not only were the people of the Starlight sect confused, but everyone present was extremely astonished. Who killed Ling Fei? It was you, wasn't it? Senior brother Ling Fei must have been killed by you. Seeing that no one stood up, the disciple pointed the spearhead at Qin Feng. Ling Fei wanted to assassinate Dong Fang Qin Shui just now, so Qin Feng was the most suspicious. Moreover, Qin Feng was the strongest out of everyone present. He was probably the only one who could kill someone in public without being discovered. Qin Feng stood on the arena without any change in expression. The four disciples who were fighting were already dumbfounded. Seeing Ling Fei, who was in the middle stage of stage 9 inner chi, killed in an instant, the four disciples could no longer bear the pressure in their hearts. They all jumped down from the arena and returned to their respective sections. Qin Feng was the only one left on the arena. Moreover, all the sects in the outer hidden martial arts circle had challenged him. The title of the martial arts circle alliance leader had obviously fallen into Qin Feng's hands. However, no one cared about this matter now. Everyone was looking for Ling Fei's killer. You're saying that I killed him? What proof do you have? Qin Feng looked at the Star Sect's disciple indifferently. Facing Qin Feng, the disciple felt extremely guilty. He was even worried that he would end up like senior brother Ling Fei if he spoke a little too rashly. But other than you, who would kill senior brother Ling Fei? Although he was extremely nervous, Ling Fei's death was a big matter. Now that Ling Dozi and the two elders from the Star Sect had not appeared, the Star Sect's disciple could only bite the bullet and ask, "Hey! Are you trying to put Ling Fei's death on my head? Your Star Sect can't find the real murderer, so you're framing me as the killer?" Qin Feng laughed coldly. His laughter seemed to have come from hell, scaring everyone and making them tremble. "All right then. Anyway, I've been wrongly accused as the murderer of Ling Fei. Why don't I just kill all the people from your Star Sect this time to keep the secret?" As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, the group of Stage 8 Inner Chi disciples of the Star Sect trembled in fear. They almost knelt in front of Qin Feng and begged for mercy. Young hero Qin Feng, I didn't mean that. After all, senior brother Ling Fei has a high status in the Star Sect. Since he died suddenly, we naturally have to find the real murderer. If we've misunderstood young hero Qin Feng, our star sect is willing to apologize to you." The group of disciples was completely scared. Now that there was no one to back them up, who would dare to behave atrociously under Qin Feng's authority? Chapter 1046. The people from Starlight Sect were so frightened by Qin Feng's words that they admitted defeat. This scene made the outer hidden sect disciples exclaim in joy. Qin Feng looked down at everyone with a sharp gaze. The disciples of the sects in the outer martial arts world didn't dare to look Qin Feng in the eye. Qin Feng's body emitted the aura of a king. From this moment on, his name would be even more resounding in the outer martial arts world. "Everyone, the outcome of today's martial arts circle convention has been decided. I alone challenged all the sects and ended up standing here. According to the rules of the martial arts circle convention, the position of the leader of the martial arts circle should belong to me, right?" Qin Feng personally announced the results of the martial arts competition. No one from the outer hidden sect had any objections. The disciples from the inner hidden sect were a bit unwilling, but they didn't dare to show it. "Long live Qin Feng, the chief of the martial world!" Someone in the crowd suddenly shouted. In an instant, the entire crowd burst into an uproar. "Young hero Qin Feng is mighty! Your longevity is as long as the heavens! The chancellor of the pugilistic world is young hero Qin Feng! That's great, that's great! We, the outer hidden sects, have finally seized the position of the martial arts alliance leader. I believe that under alliance leader Qin's leadership, the outer hidden sects will develop even better." Most of the people who were shouting were the disciples of the outer hidden sections. They were even happier than when they were celebrating the new year. However, there were also two sects in the inner hidden sects that were excited. The Snow Mountain sect elder looked at Wen Yiming with admiration. This time, Qin Feng had won the position of Chancellor of the pugilistic world. In the future, he would definitely help the Snow Mountain sect out of respect for Wen Yiming. Hai Qin was surrounded by the disciples of Jade Maiden Mountain. The disciples of Jade Maiden Mountain were all female disciples. The female disciples were chattering and teasing Hai Qin and Qin Feng. Hai Qin was so embarrassed that her pretty face was about to drip water. Qin Feng, on the other hand, was very calm. This was because from the beginning of the competition, he had already predicted this result. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the revenge mission and successfully killing the leader of the Starlight Sect. The system rewards host Qin Feng 50,000 hedonist points and 1 immortal pill. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the mission Martial Arts League Leader and obtaining the position of Martial Arts League Leader. The system rewards host Qin Feng 100,000 hedonist points, 3 martial arts secret orders, and 1 star technology blue laser gun. Hosts hedonist points, 530,000. The system notification rang out. He had completed 2 major quests in one go. Qin Feng's hedonist points had increased to 530,000, and he could now open the star technology interface. Qin Feng looked at the rewards of these 2 quests. Immortal Pill, a grade 8 celestial pill, was refined using a 1,000-year-old celestial herb as the main ingredient. It was rich in spiritual energy, and could help a Stage 9 Inner Qi master break through to the pinnacle of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Secret Order of the Martial World. The supreme plate of the outer world of martial artists could summon all the forces of power in the outer world of martial artists. Once the Secret Order was given, the outer world of martial artists would be at their disposal. Star Technology Blue Laser Gun Equipment Grade, Star Technology B Grade Battle Equipment Introduction, Short Range Laser Gun, Hidden Laser Beam, Green Light, Large AoE Weapon. System Price 88,888 hedonist points. Energy Supply, Radium Origin Stone, 1 Radium Origin Stone 30,000 hedonist points, a total of 5 laser bullets. The 3 items had different uses, but they were all very practical. Especially that grade 8 Immortal Elixir. It was the highest grade elixir that Qin Feng had ever seen. He couldn't wait to eat it and start his breakthrough. Qin Feng quickly calmed himself down. He still had to deal with the martial arts circle convention. Since everyone agrees that I'm the leader of the martial arts circle, I won't decline. I hope that everyone will cooperate with me in the future, Qin Feng said. The reason why he participated in the martial arts circle convention was to complete the mission. Qin Feng still didn't know what the role of the leader of the martial arts circle was. Leader Qin Feng, please help the Starlight sect find the murderer who killed senior brother Ling Fei. Qin Feng's election as the leader of the martial arts circle was already set in stone. Even the disciples of the Starlight sect had to accept it. They even called Qin Feng the leader and asked him to help them investigate the case. Qin Feng was amused. What was the point of investigating the murderer of Ling Fei? However, Qin Feng pretended to be serious and said, "This matter is a bit tricky. Ling Fei suddenly died in front of everyone, and none of the thousands of people present saw who did it. Could it be that Ling Fei exploded his own inner qi and died accidentally?" The disciples of the Starlight sect obviously didn't agree with Qin Feng. If it was a martial artist who had just stepped into the martial Tao, it was possible that his body would explode due to improper qi guidance. However, Ling Fei was an expert in the middle stage of Stage 9 inner qi. How could he make such a low-level mistake? Leader Qin Feng, this matter is more likely to be done by someone else, the disciples of the Starlight sect said. Okay, then I'll keep this matter in mind. When I catch the murderer, I'll inform the Starlight sect. Qin Feng dismissed the disciples of the Starlight sect with a few words. The disciples were so angry that they gritted their teeth. The disciples of the inner hidden sects were all dejected, but the people of the outer hidden sects were so happy that they couldn't close their mouths. The inner hidden sects were so powerful in the past, but now, Qin Feng didn't even care about the 5 tyrants of the inner hidden sections. He didn't care if there were people in the sect or not, he could send them away with just a word. Congratulations, Alliance Leader Qin Feng! The martial arts circle convention had ended. When Yiming jumped onto the arena and congratulated Qin Feng with his fists clenched, Qin Feng returned the greeting of a martial artist and said with a smile, "Brother Wen, don't be so polite. If you need any help in the future, just look for me." Hearing Qin Feng's words, the elders of the Snow Mountain sect were so happy that they couldn't close their mouths. With Wen Yiming leading the way onto the arena, dozens of elders and disciples rushed onto the arena. Leader Qin Feng, I'm an elder of the Divine Dragon sect. The previous disturbance in the martial arts circle was really a misunderstanding. I hope Leader Qin Feng doesn't mind it. From now on, you'll be the leader of the outer hidden sections. If you need anything, just tell me, young hero Qin Feng, I'm from the Carefree sect. Please forgive me if I've offended you before. Amei sect's priestess Heartless is here to congratulate young hero Qin Feng on obtaining the position of leader. I hope Leader Qin will take care of Amei sect in the future. The major sects of the outer pugilistic world all gathered around him, fighting to be able to speak to Qin Feng and become familiar with him. This was the outer martial arts circle. The position of the leader of the martial arts circle was the same as the leader of a country. If they didn't curry favor with Qin Feng now, it would be too late in the future. The arena was already packed with people. Dong Fang, Qing Shui, and Shaoli were a step slower, so they stood below the arena anxiously. Zhang Biao was stunned by Qin Feng's strength today. He realized that young Master Qin was really amazing. He was as good at cultivating as he was at picking up girls. Most of the people who rushed onto the arena were from the outer hidden sections. On the side of the inner hidden sect's Jade New Mountain, a few young girls surrounded Hai Qing. The elder of Jade New Mountain was also in the crowd. Senior Sister Hai Qing, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and go talk to Leader Qin Feng. I can tell that Leader Qin Feng likes our senior sister Hai Qing. This time, our Jade New Mountain will advance by leaps and bounds. The young girls danced with joy. The elder of Jade New Mountain was all smiles. Hai Qing, hurry up and say hello to Leader Qin Feng. You seem to be interested in Leader Qin Feng. In that case, develop well in the future and stay by Leader Qin Feng's side. You're really lucky, girl. Hai Qing was extremely embarrassed by her junior sister's and elder's words. She secretly raised her head and glanced at Qin Feng on the arena. The more she looked, the more she felt that Qin Feng was handsome and domineering. At this time, Qin Feng had already walked down from the arena. Under the persuasion of her junior sisters and elder, Hai Qing shyly ran over. "Leader Qin Feng, why you're not injured, are you?" Hai Qing's voice was as soft as a mosquito. Qin Feng looked at the slender and elegant Hai Qing and smiled. "I'm fine, don't worry." This was the first time Hai Qing had fallen in love with a man. She didn't know how to continue the conversation. Seeing that Qin Feng didn't pay much attention to her, Hai Qing was extremely nervous. Then Leader Qin Feng, if you have time, come to our Jade New Mountain to play." Qin Feng looked at Hai Qing's flushed face and couldn't help but tease her. "Okay, but if I go to your sect, where will I sleep at night?" Hai Qing was stunned for a moment and said, "Don't worry, Leader Qin, our sect has many guest rooms. You can sleep in whichever one you want." "Is that so? That night, I'll be lonely and cold. Will there be any beauties to accompany me?" Qin Feng said seriously. Hai Qing's charming face instantly flushed red. She finally understood the meaning behind Qin Feng's words. She looked up at Qin Feng and lowered her head in panic. "Isn't this too early?" Qin Feng didn't think that Hai Qing would seriously consider this question. He was instantly amused by Hai Qing. "Okay, I'll come and play with you when I have time. In the future, you can focus on cultivating in the sect. If you have any problems, you can find me." At this time, Dongfang Qing Shui and Shaoli ran towards Qin Feng. Seeing this, Hai Qing hurriedly shyly retreated back to the crowd at her own sect. "Qin Feng, are you all right?" Dongfang Qing Shui was worried to death for Qin Feng. At this time, she didn't pretend to be an arrogant young miss and revealed all the emotions in her heart. Qin Feng patted Dongfang Qing Shui's shoulder and said with a smile, "Aren't I fine? I even became the martial arts leader. Are you regretting not agreeing to marry me? But it's too late for you to agree now. I'm sure that there will be countless women chasing after me in the future. I have to think about it carefully." Qin Feng became the martial arts leader and completed 2 system quests at once. He was in a great mood and even joked when he spoke. When Dongfang Qing Shui arrived, she saw Hai Qing run away with a bashful expression. This time Dongfang Qing Shui really started to worry. This famous young miss of the capital had never worried about finding a boyfriend before. It was mostly men chasing after her, and she only needed to pick the most outstanding one. But after attending the martial arts conference with Qin Feng, Dongfang Qing Shui's thoughts completely changed. She finally discovered Qin Feng's various good points and understood why so many women surrounded Qin Feng. "Why your words don't count. This marriage was decided by Grandpa. If you don't agree, go tell Grandpa." Before, Dongfang Qing Shui couldn't wait for Qin Feng to cancel the marriage, but now she was extremely nervous. Seeing Dongfang Qing Shui's flustered expression, Qin Feng laughed uncontrollably. He hugged her small waist and rubbed Dongfang Qing Shui's jade back as he said, "Okay, then when I get back to the capital, I'll tell your grandpa. You don't like me anyway, so why do we have to force it?" Dongfang Qing Shui stomped her feet in anger. She could tell that Qin Feng was purposely trying to anger her. Dongfang Qing Shui couldn't stop Qin Feng. If she did, wouldn't she be throwing herself at Qin Feng? Ever since Shaoli stepped forward to block the sword for Dongfang Qing Shui, the relationship between these 2 women eased up a lot. Qin Feng didn't see the 2 women bickering. However, Shaoli was still a bit disappointed. She watched as Qin Feng hugged Dongfang Qing Shui and received the attention of tens of thousands of people. Meanwhile, she was just a female servant standing to the side, seemingly forgotten by Qin Feng. Shaoli didn't want to usurp the position and become Qin Feng's official girlfriend. She just wanted Qin Feng to like her. "Shaoli, you did very well just then. Are you all right?" Qin Feng glanced at Shaoli and immediately reached out to pull her into his embrace. Chapter 1047. China's Jingdu City. After 3 months, Qin Feng once again stepped on this familiar and bustling land. He was filled with emotions. As he stood outside the airport, the passers-by would glance at Qin Feng a few times. However, they weren't looking at Qin Feng. Instead, they were looking curiously at the two beauties holding Qin Feng's arm. The two beauties were Dongfang Qin Shui and Xiaoli. They were both slender and beautiful women, but they were holding Qin Feng's arm at the same time. This scene envied the passers-by. The martial arts circle conference had ended, and Qin Feng had returned. He had become the alliance master of the martial arts circle conference. In the next 5 years, he would become the supreme figure of the outer martial arts world. The large sects of the outer martial arts world had already returned to their sections. Zhang Biao also returned with the disciples of Wanzhong Mountain. However, because of the martial arts circle conference, Zhang Biao was valued by Wanzhong Mountain. Once he returned to the sect, he was personally received by the sect master. Wen Yiming and Hai Qing's status in the sect also leaped to another level. They were called by the sect master every day to chat and guide their cultivation. The disciples of Starlight's sect were scolded when they returned to the sect. Until now, Ling Dozi and the other three had never appeared again. This martial arts circle conference changed the fates of many sections. Starlight Sect's high position as the previous alliance master of the martial arts circle instantly fell to the lowest position of the hidden 5 hegemons. Ice Lake Mountain didn't participate in the martial arts circle conference this time. Ever since Illusionary Child was raped by Qin Feng, he immediately took his disciples back to the sect. Qin Feng's emotions surged as he returned from the bloody outer martial arts world to the city of debauchery. In comparison, he preferred the bustling life of the city. After all, Qin Feng was born and raised in the city. He wanted to wait until he was a bit stronger before taking all of his women to live in seclusion in Hero City and never pay attention to the affairs of the world. Master, the Jingdu city is so bustling! Xiaoli was very happy these days because Qin Feng was slowly beginning to accept her. He was even willing to hold her when he was outside. Xiaoli's family was poor, and she was born and raised in Acropolis City. She had never traveled far in her life. She was even taken away by the ghost-faced evil king after he killed her. Looking at the bustling scene of the capital, Xiaoli felt that she was still alive. Furthermore, she had obtained the love and kinship that she longed for. At this moment, she was so emotional that she wanted to cry. Qin Feng felt Xiaoli's trembling body and hugged her even tighter. He patted Xiaoli's head and said, "Let's stay in the capital for a few days, then I'll take you back to Acropolis City. In the future, you can stay in Hero City. There are many sisters and friends there, and they'll take good care of you." Xiaoli thought that Qin Feng didn't want her anymore, so she hurriedly hugged Qin Feng's arm and refused to let go. "Master, Xiaoli vows to follow Master until death. Please don't abandon me." Seeing how nervous Xiaoli was, Dongfang Qin Shui felt a bit of pity in her heart. "That's fine. You can make your decision after you go to Hero City. I have no intention of abandoning you, so don't think about it in the future." Qin Feng gave Xiaoli a brilliant smile, and Xiaoli's heart finally relaxed. The three of them left the airport. This time, they didn't tell anyone. Qin Feng was going to take a taxi to Dongfang Court and return Dongfang Qin Shui to Dongfang Ning Wang unharmed. "Yo! Isn't this big Miss Dongfang Qin Shui? I can't believe I bumped into you here. This is fate." A laugh sounded, and a young man wearing a custom-made, high-class white suit walked over. There was a large group of people behind the young man. There were both men and women, and all of them wore luxurious clothes. They seemed to be a group of wealthy young masters and daughters of the capital. Seeing this group of idle people, Qin Feng couldn't help but think of his past self. That was only half a year ago. At that time, Qin Feng would also gather with the wealthy young masters of Acropolis City, and he would embrace a few young models or daughters and go crazy. It had only been half a year, but Qin Feng felt like a lifetime had passed. Dongfang Qin Shui was the young miss of one of the capital's 4 great families, and was a top-notch rich young miss. The people who dared to greet her were naturally the small group of wealthy young masters in the capital. However, Dongfang Qin Shui and Qin Feng didn't have much of an impression of the man in the white suit standing in front of them. However, there were a few familiar faces among the group of men and women that walked over. "Do I know you?" Dong Fang Qing Shui coldly and arrogantly glared at the man. She was only gentle when she spoke to Qin Feng. The rest of the time, she was still that arrogant ice goddess. He. Miss Qin Shui, let me introduce myself to you. I'm Sima Xiang's younger brother, Sima Xian. Now, the Sima family in the capital has elected me as their representative. My elder brother has already retired. When Sima Xian said this, Qin Feng and Dong Fang Qing Shui understood. No wonder this brat dared to take the initiative to greet Dong Fang Qing Shui, so he was the new young representative of the Sima family. Seeing Sima Xian's proud expression, Qin Feng laughed in his heart. He had been at odds with the Sima clan for quite some time. The Sima clan had changed 3 young representatives in a row in the past 6 months. At first, Sima Tu was killed in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Then, Sima Xiang was elected as the new Sima clan head. However, because of Qin Feng's amazing performance at the Qin clan's martial meet 3 months ago, the Sima clan was so scared that they removed Sima Xiang and replaced him with Sima Xian. The reason was that Sima Xiang had a grudge with Qin Feng. The elders of the Sima clan were worried that Qin Feng would take revenge on the Sima clan. After knowing Sima Xian's identity, Dong Fang Qing Shui's expression remained cold. "What does who you are have to do with me? Don't block our way!" Dong Fang Qing Shui had always been cold, arrogant, and emotionless. Her words made Sima Xian somewhat unhappy. Sima Xian and the other geniuses had just been promoted and were at the stage where they were complacent. He had gathered all the rich young masters and daughters of the capital to go back and have some fun, and coincidentally bumped into Dong Fang Qing Shui here. That group of people walked to Qin Feng's side and only recognized him when they got closer. Lu Chao, Gao Feixiang, Forgotten Sea. What a group of descendants from the 4 major and 5 minor clans. There were also some men and women that Qin Feng had never seen before, so their statuses were probably even lower. When they saw Qin Feng, some of the rich young masters were so scared that they almost turned around and ran. Sima Xian didn't know Qin Feng and was still pestering Dong Fang Qing Shui to flirt with her. He. Beauty Qing Shui, we're all descendants of the big and small families in the capital. We usually see each other all the time. Today, we're preparing to have some fun. I wonder if Beauty Qing Shui would do us the honor and join us. Dong Fang Qing Shui had a resounding reputation in the capital. Almost all the rich young masters in the capital wanted to hook up with her. If they could get Dong Fang Qing Shui, not only would they be marrying an absolute beauty, but they'd also be connected to the Dong Fang family. This was like a meat pie falling from the sky. Sima Xian had just taken office and urgently needed to show off to his family. He was thinking that if he could hook up with Dong Fang Qing Shui, then he'd be rich. Sima Xian's intentions were very obvious, and everyone could see it. Qin Feng's lips curled into a cold smile. Dong Fang Qing Shui's expression became even colder, and the group of rich young masters standing beside Sima Xian were so scared that their legs trembled. A few of them already stood up and started to remind Sima Xian. Cough, cough. Prince Sima, Miss Qing Shui is usually very busy, let's not delay her matters. That's right, let's hurry up and leave, or else we'll be in big trouble. Lu Chao, Gao Feixiang, and Forgotten Sea dragged Sima Xian away. The 3 of them had gone to the Acropolis City's mountain resort to play, but at that time, the mountain resort was being built into Hero City and had already closed down for reconstruction. The 3 young masters relied on their status as young masters of the capital and wanted to behave atrociously at the mountain resort. As a result, they were violently beaten by Qin Feng. In the end, their family elders had to compensate Qin Feng with 100 million yuan each. They even had to say good things to Qin Feng to suppress the matter. A while ago, the 3 of them had gone abroad to avoid the limelight. They had only returned to the capital for a few days, but they didn't expect to see Qin Feng the moment they returned. Sima Xian even wanted to hit on Qin Feng's fiancée. This was simply courting death. Brothers, what's the rush? It doesn't matter if we get together earlier or later. At most, we won't go back tonight. We can have fun wherever we want. Sima Qian still hadn't figured out the situation. His gaze fell on Qin Feng. When he saw that Dongfang, Qin Shui and another beauty were holding on to Qin Feng's arm, a cold light flashed in Sima Qian's eyes. Hey! What's your name? You don't even call me young master when you see me, Sima Qian? Do you not want to mingle in the capital anymore? Sima Qian started to cause trouble for Qin Feng. When these words came out, Lu Chao and the others were so scared that they almost knelt down. Sima Qian, listen to your brother. Let's hurry and leave. Lu Chao couldn't take it anymore. He was so anxious that he was about to jump up. Gao Feixiang and Forgotten Su were so scared that they didn't dare to say anything to Sima Qian. They were deeply afraid that Qin Feng would get angry and misunderstand their relationship with Sima Qian. If that happened, it would be troublesome if Qin Feng blamed them. Young Master Lu, what are you so anxious about? This isn't like you. We called Miss Qin Shui along. It's rare to see Miss Qin Shui. This is fate. Sima Qian was determined to pick up Dongfang Qin Shui. He glared at Qin Feng and roared. Stinking brat, I'm talking to you. Are you deaf or mute? Hurry and call me young master and scram. There's nothing left for you here. Sima Qian wanted to use Qin Feng to show off. Lu Chao and the others wanted to sew this idiot's mouth shut. Even Dongfang Qin Shui was amused by Sima Qian. The coldness on her face disappeared and she revealed a smile. She prepared to sit and watch Qin Feng take care of this stinking brat. Oh? You want me to call you young master? Do you think you can handle it? Qin Feng smiled playfully as he looked at Sima Qian. Sima Qian kept sneaking glances at Dongfang Qin Shui. When he saw this iceberg woman smile, Sima Qian thought Dongfang Qin Shui was smiling at him. This made Sima Qian extremely happy. Stinking brat, I'm in a good mood today and can't be bothered with you. Hurry and scram. That's right, beautiful Qin Shui, come play with us. The more the merrier. Sima Qian didn't even want to pay attention to a nobody like Qin Feng. He started to flirt with Dongfang Qin Shui again. Dongfang Qin Shui chuckled as she pulled Qin Feng's arm and said to Sima Qian, Sure. But you have to ask my man. If he wants me to go, then I'll go. Dongfang Qin Shui called Qin Feng her man in front of everyone. She even acted like a little bird and leaned into Qin Feng's embrace. This scene stunned everyone. Was this the capital's famous cold and arrogant goddess, Dongfang Qin Shui? Shaoli had long since disliked Sima Qian. She glared at him and yelled, Hurry and scram. If you dare to offend my master again, Shaoli won't be polite to you. Shaoli was also a pure and moving woman. She looked a bit soft and weak, and when these young masters saw Shaoli, they all had the desire to protect her. However, they didn't think that this woman would become ruthless and cold. This scared Lu Chao and the others so much that they trembled. There were 20 or so young masters and daughters in this group. Half of them recognized Qin Feng, and these people were scared speechless. The other half didn't recognize Qin Feng, but they were used to being arrogant in the capital. At this time, they also yelled at Qin Feng. Stinking brat, why don't you take a piss and look at yourself? With your conduct, you have the nerve to stay with big Miss Qin Shui? If you know what's good for you, hurry and scram. Don't force your big brothers to do something to you. Chapter 1048. These rich young masters considered everyone beneath them and spoke extremely arrogantly. Even Dongfang Qin Shui couldn't bear to listen to them. Qin Feng was China's azure dragon. How could he tolerate these trash pointing at him? Dongfang Qin Shui's heart ached for Qin Feng. Shut up, all of you! You're just a bunch of good-for-nothings. How dare you speak to my man like that? Get lost! Dongfang Qin Shui suddenly shouted coldly, and those rich young masters immediately shut their mouths in fear. Within the crowd stood 7 or 8 heiresses. Their family backgrounds and looks couldn't compare to Dongfang Qin Shui's. Normally, when they saw Dongfang Qin Shui being flattered by all the young masters in the capital, these women had long been suppressing their anger. Now that Dong Fang Qingxue was angry, these women couldn't hold it in any longer. TSK. Isn't he just a member of the Dong Fang family? What's there to be arrogant about? That's right, that's right. We invited you to the gathering out of goodwill, but if you don't want to go, then forget it. It's as if we're begging you to go. I've long heard that Dong Fang Qingxue's taste is very arrogant and looks down on all the rich young masters in the capital. Now that I've seen it today, I'm scared to death. She actually found this piece of trash with no status. Is this your great taste? All the girls ganged up on Dong Fang Qingxue. Dong Fang Qingxue couldn't beat them at all, so she stomped her feet in anger. Qin Feng, help me teach them a lesson. These bastards are bullying your fiancé. Dong Fang Qingxue wasn't very good at quarreling. Ever since she went to the martial arts conference with Qin Feng, she developed a kind of dependence. Whenever she encountered something unhappy, she would act like a spoiled child to Qin Feng and asked him to help her settle it. Qin Feng patted Dong Fang Qingxue's back, and his other hand shot out like lightning. Before anyone could react, he slapped Sima Xian to the ground. The curses and jeers stopped abruptly. A group of rich young masters and daughters looked at Sima Xian, who had fallen to the ground, and they were so shocked that their eyeballs were about to pop out. Young Master Xian, are you all right? A few women surrounded Sima Xian and helped him up. The rich young masters who didn't know Qin Feng gnashed their teeth in anger and rushed up to attack Qin Feng. Lu Chao and the others had long since been scared silly. Seeing that the situation was about to get out of hand, they couldn't take it anymore. They immediately turned around and ran as if they were running for their lives. Eh? Young Master Lu, young Master Gao. Where are you guys going? Hey! Young Master Xian has been beaten up. Hurry up and come back to take care of that wild brat. The remaining rich young masters were still shouting at Lu Chao and the others, but they didn't care and just ran away like crazy. Seeing that Lu Chao's group had disappeared, the remaining 8 or 9 young masters and daughters were extremely depressed. They felt that this matter was strange. Motherfucker, how dare you hit me? Do you know who I am? I want you to die a horrible death. Sima Xian was helped up. He covered his swollen face and glared at Qin Feng with fire in his eyes. As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Feng slapped him again. This time, the other side of Sima Xian's face was also swollen. I really don't know who you are. How about you introduce yourself? Qin Feng smiled as he looked at Sima Xian. Sima Xian didn't think that Qin Feng would dare to hit him. He was so angry that his nose became crooked. Look carefully, I am the Sima family's new young representative, Sima Xian. The Sima family was very prestigious in the capital. Sima Xian thought that Qin Feng would kneel and beg for mercy after revealing his identity, and then pee in his pants. However, when he looked at Qin Feng, he realized that this lackey didn't react at all. It was as if he was deaf. Hey! I already said my name, why aren't you reacting? Sima Xian glared at Qin Feng angrily. Shaoli also didn't know Qin Feng's status in the capital. When he saw that Sima Xian's side were all richly dressed young masters and daughters, he was a bit worried about Qin Feng. Dong Fang Qingxue held back a cold smile. She was amused by Sima Xian's ignorant actions. Oh? What about the Sima family? What kind of reaction do you want me to have? Qin Feng smiled lightly and looked at Sima Xian as if he was looking at an idiot. Sima Xian was suddenly stunned. This brat isn't afraid of the Sima family? What kind of background does he have? Why, you can't be an outsider, right? You haven't even heard of my Sima family? That's one of the 4 major families in the capital. Getting rid of trash like you is a piece of cake. Not only was Sima Xian puzzled by Qin Feng's reaction, the 7 or 8 young masters and daughters were also confused. However, everyone quickly understood that this country bumpkin's status was too low and had never heard of the upper class of the capital. Young Master Xian, why are you still talking nonsense with that brat? If you say the word, we'll immediately kill him. Daring to make a move on young Master Xian in the capital, this brat must be tired of living. The crowd started to clamor again. Dongfang Qingxue couldn't stand it anymore. The cold wind on Xiaoli's body started to blow again, as if he was going to teach these people a lesson at any time. Qin Feng was still hugging the two girls and patting their backs to calm them down. At the same time, he looked at Sima Xian with a smile. Of course I know about the Sima family, but I've never heard of trash like you. However, I know about Sima Tu and Sima Xiang. Those two pieces of trash were suppressed by me. When Qin Feng's voice fell, the rest of the crowd was dumbfounded. Sima Tu and Sima Xiang were both young representatives chosen by the Sima family. This man in front of them didn't even have a draft when he boasted? Ha ha! I'm dying of laughter. Why don't you say that the patriarch of the Sima family has to curry favor with you when he sees you? A rich young master convulsed with laughter. Qin Feng casually slapped him, and that guy's handsome face instantly swelled up like a pig's head. Didn't you say it for me? That's right. The patriarch of the Sima family wants to curry favor with me when he sees me, but I can't be bothered to pay attention to him. Qin Feng said with a deadpan expression. It didn't seem like he was joking at all. The other young masters and daughters who were also laughing immediately shut their mouths. Firstly, they were afraid of being beaten, and secondly, they were truly stunned by Qin Feng's arrogance. That was the patriarch of the Sima family. In the entire capital, no one dared to say such ruthless words to Qin Feng. This matter was serious, and no one dared to speak carelessly here. Sima Xian was the most shocked person in the crowd. Other people didn't know much about Sima Tu and Sima Xiang, but as a member of the family, of course Sima Xian knew how these two brothers fell from glory to hell in an instant. The two brothers offended a man named Qin Feng. It was said that Qin Feng's age was similar to theirs. Sima Xian finally realized an extremely serious problem. He carefully looked at Qin Feng and realized that this guy was about the same age as him. Who are you? Sima Xian finally remembered to ask about Qin Feng's identity. His voice trembled as he spoke. Without waiting for Qin Feng to speak, Dongfang Qingxue proudly hugged Qin Feng and glared at the crowd. Open your dog eyes and look carefully. I, Dongfang Qingxue, only have one fiancé, China's azure dragon Qin Feng. Hiss! The crowd sucked in a breath of cold air, and each of them was so scared that their faces turned ashen. Although Qin Feng wasn't often in the capital, the legends about Qin Feng were spread everywhere in the upper class of the capital. Qin Feng's name was incomparably resounding, and he was already made into a godlike existence by all the large families in the capital. All the disciples of the families were strictly warned not to offend anyone in China but Qin Feng. Although everyone present had heard of Qin Feng's name, because Qin Feng rarely appeared in public, not many people had seen him. These people had never seen Qin Feng before. Otherwise, they wouldn't have dared to provoke Qin Feng even if they were beaten to death. Q Senior Qin Feng. Forgive this little brother this once. This little brother had eyes but didn't recognize Mount Tai. I really didn't know you were young Master Qin. Sima Xian's fears came true. He was so scared that he directly knelt on the ground and his body trembled uncontrollably. Qin Feng didn't even bother to look at him. He casually kicked Sima Xian to the side. The remaining rich young masters and young misses hurriedly opened up a path, and no one dared to say another word. The women who said Dongfang Qingxue had bad taste were now deathly pale. They were deeply afraid that Qin Feng would find trouble with them. Young Master Qin. Where are you going? Do you want me to drive you? Seeing Qin Feng and the other two walk away, a few rich young masters immediately came to their senses and chased after them. Today, everyone had offended Qin Feng, and they wanted to do their best to resolve this conflict. Now, they all ran to curry favor with Qin Feng with the attitude of a little brother. They all wanted to kowtow and apologize to Qin Feng. Young Master Qin, I had eyes but couldn't see. Please don't take it to heart. If you're unhappy, I'll let you do whatever you want to me. Young Master Qin, you've just returned to the capital, right? I'm free tonight. Do you want to rest at my villa for the night? The women also came to their senses and ran up to rub themselves against Qin Feng. These women were all long-legged and voluptuous girls. They wore fashionable and sexy clothes and were charming and passionate. Normal men wouldn't be able to walk when they saw them, let alone when they openly took the initiative to tease Qin Feng. Qin Feng didn't say anything and let these women do as they pleased. After all, Qin Feng was the one taking advantage. On the other hand, Dongfang Qing Shui and Shaoli weren't happy. The two women's expressions were dark and cold. Dongfang Qing Shui pushed away the women who stuck to her and cursed. "What do you want? Qin Feng is my fiancé. Don't you have any shame?" The heiresses of the capital were usually very arrogant, but now, they completely disregarded their image. They acted as if they didn't hear Dongfang Qing Shui's scolding and continued to rub themselves against Qin Feng. "Young Master Qin, I don't mind being your mistress. It's normal for an important person like you to have 3 wives and 4 concubines. You can't just look at Dongfang Qing Shui's icy cold face every night, right? There's no mood at all. Dongfang Qing Shui definitely doesn't have any experience. If young Master Qin doesn't mind, Su Su can accompany you every day. She can do anything." After finding out Qin Feng's identity, these women threw caution to the wind. They really wanted to form a relationship with Qin Feng. If they could obtain Qin Feng's favor, it would be of great help to their families. Moreover, these women had heard about Qin Feng. It was said that Qin Feng used to be a hedonistic young master and was very fond of beauties. This was the main reason why these women threw themselves at him like crazy. After Qin Feng had Zhao Lingxian and those other women, his standards had risen to a certain level. How could he be interested in these frivolous women? Although they were quite pretty, they were worlds apart from Dongfang Qing Shui. Even if Qin Feng did it with Dongfang Qing Shui, he wouldn't mess around with these people. "All right, all of you stand further away. Who has a car? Take me to the Sima family's old residence." Qin Feng originally planned to go to the Dongfang court first and return Dongfang Qing Shui to Dongfang Mingwang. This heiress was also a troublemaker, so Qin Feng didn't want to keep her by his side. However, Qin Feng suddenly changed his mind after encountering the matter with Sima Xian. He wanted to go to the Sima family first. It was time for this family to give way. "Young Master Qin, sister-in-law Qin Shui, get in my car!" Chapter 1049. Not long after, a flashy Land Rover stopped there. Qin Feng pulled the 2 beauties to the back of the car. Along the way, young Master Lu Jiaqua didn't dare to speak carelessly. He focused on driving. Qin Feng sat in the middle while Shaoli and Dongfang Qing Shui sat on either side. Qin Feng's hands were naughty. He sneakily touched Dongfang Qing Shui's long legs. After Dongfang Qing Shui pinched him a few times, he sneakily touched Shaoli. However, not only did Shaoli not resist, she even lifted her skirt to cooperate with Qin Feng. This made Qin Feng feel awkward. Screech! The car stopped in front of a majestic gate. Young Master Lu Jiaqua quickly got off the car and opened the door for Qin Feng. The 3 of them got off the car. Young Master Lu Jiaqua smiled and said, "Young Master Qin, do you want me to accompany you in?" Qin Feng waved his hand and sent young Master Lu Jiaqua away. Then, he swaggered into the Sima family's gate with the 2 beauties in his arms. "Hey! Who are you? This is the Sima family's important place. Idlers!" Just as they reached the gate, 4 guards stopped them. Before they could finish speaking, Qin Feng lifted his leg and sent them flying. Then, he continued to walk forward. The Sima family's old mansion was very big. It was even bigger than Qin Manor. There were many family guards patrolling inside. When they saw Qin Feng barging in, several groups of people immediately rushed to take him down. Some even ran to inform the family leader. "Master, just let Shaoli do it!" Before Qin Feng could do anything, Shaoli flew away. A cold wind blew in all directions. The strongest of the guards were stage 4 inner chi. They couldn't withstand a single blow from Shaoli, a stage 6 ghost cultivator. Shaoli fought fiercely. Dongfang Qing Shui leaned in Qin Feng's arms and pinched his lower back. "Bastard, what were you doing in the car? Qin Feng wasn't afraid of the pain. He smiled and said, I just touched your thigh. You're my fiancé, so it's normal for me to push you down. Plus, Elder Dongfang supports me on this. Qin Feng's words made Dongfang Qingshui blush. She glared at Qin Feng with a huff and continued, I'm not talking about that. Why you can touch mine, but why did you touch Xiao Li's? You're so disgusting. It turned out that Dongfang Qingshui had discovered Qin Feng's little actions in the car. However, this cold and arrogant youngness had indeed changed. In the past, whenever Qin Feng spoke to Xiao Li, Dongfang Qingshui would argue with Xiao Li. Now that Qin Feng was flirting with Xiao Li, Dongfang Qingshui endured until now to privately teach Qin Feng a lesson. Qin Feng felt a bit awkward. He felt like his wife had found out he was cheating on her. However, he pretended to be calm and said, That's because you won't let me touch him. Then I can only look for Xiao Li. You have to reflect on this matter. You are forcing your fiancé to cheat on you. Qin Feng's eloquence was exceptional. He could even make the dead seem alive. The corner of Dongfang Qingshui's mouth violently twitched. She was about to die of anger from Qin Feng. Why you just wait? When I go back, I'll complain to Grandpa. Grandpa supports you pushing and pushing me, but he won't allow you to mess around with other women. This time, it was Qin Feng's turn to choke. Dongfang Qingshui was speaking the truth. Back then, Dongfang Mingwang sternly told Qin Feng that after Qin Feng married Dongfang Qingshui, he had to sever all relations with other women. While Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui were flirting, Xiao Li had already beaten a few dozen guards to the ground. Xiao Li lightly leaped to Qin Feng's side. His body was covered in fragrant sweat. Seeing Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui affectionate, Xiao Li felt that he had become a lonely little person that no one cared about. Master! Xiao Li called out to Qin Feng. His voice was filled with grievance. Qin Feng looked at the guards lying on the ground in disorder. He extended a hand and wiped the fragrant sweat from Xiao Li's forehead. You've worked hard, Xiao Li. Xiao Li was extremely easily satisfied. He immediately smiled like a flower. Master, this is what Xiao Li should do. Who dares to behave atrociously in the Sima family? You're courting death. A dignified and angry roar came from the main residence. A group of people quickly walked down the stairs. Xiao Li's face suddenly darkened, and he flew over. Sima Jun, stop! A young figure flew towards Xiao Li, but before he could reach Xiao Li, a cry of surprise came from the crowd that was following him. Rumble! A loud sound echoed. Sima Jun couldn't stop in time. However, he was merely a stage 5 energy expert, so he was no match for Xiao Li. He was sent flying by Xiao Li's palm. The higher-ups of the Sima family were instantly enraged. However, before they could vent their anger, they were instantly dumbstruck when their gazes fell on Qin Feng. These old fellows knew Qin Feng. Not long ago, Qin Feng annihilated the Sima family of Acropolis City and suppressed Sima Xiang. In order to avoid conflict with Qin Feng, the Sima family recently removed Sima Xiang from his position and replaced him with Sima Xian as the young representative of the Sima family. However, they never imagined that Sima Xian would offend Qin Feng as soon as he returned to the provincial capital. The Sima family didn't know about this, or else they would definitely be angered to death. Young hero Qin, why are you here? Sima Aolong, the elder of the Sima family in the provincial capital, welcomed Qin Feng with a smile as if he didn't see Sima Jun, who was sent flying. The rest of the higher-ups of the Sima family followed behind Sima Aolong with respectful expressions on their faces. They didn't dare to slight Qin Feng at all. Seeing this scene, Dongfang Qingshui's expression didn't change. This was a matter of course. On the other hand, Xiao Li was slightly startled. She had met Qin Fen in Devil City, so she didn't know what kind of status Qin Fen represented in the secular world. Seeing how her master was so flashy in Flower City, where everyone had to bow down to him just by saying his name, Xiao Li was extremely excited. Sima Aolong, your Sima family is really daring! Qin Feng suddenly rebuked, causing the Sima family members to tremble in fear. This was the Sima family, one of the 4 major families in the provincial capital. Normally, people would fawn on Sima Aolong. If the people in the provincial capital saw this scene, they would definitely be blinded. Young hero Qin, I don't know how the Sima family has neglected you. We will definitely change. Sima Aolong, a person of seniority, was more or less sullen when he was rebuked by Qin Feng. However, in front of Qin Feng, he could only hide his dissatisfaction and didn't dare to reveal it in the slightest. Looks like that bastard from your family didn't dare to say anything. Qin Feng could see that Sima Aolong wasn't acting. He reckoned that Sima Xian had already run away in fear. The Sima family members realized that something had happened. Sima Aolong hurriedly asked, Young hero Qin Feng, I really don't know anything. Please explain. Without waiting for Qin Feng to speak, Dongfang Qing Shui said, Qin Feng and I just rushed back from outside and met Sima Xian when we left the airport. That bastard wanted to hit on me and even spoke arrogantly to Qin Feng. What do you think we should do about this? Dongfang Qing Shui had been suppressing her resentment. As the Dongfang family's young miss, she was very arrogant. In the past, she didn't even put Yang Ken and Lu Shu, those top young masters, in her eyes. She had only left the provincial capital for 3 months, and a young representative like Sima Xian dared to hit on Dongfang Qing Shui? He simply didn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Of course, the Sima family members recognized Dongfang Qing Shui. After hearing her words, they all sucked in a breath of cold air. They wanted nothing more than to capture Sima Xian and beat him up. Miss Qing Shui, is this true? Sima Xian, that bastard, is simply seeking death. I'll call him back now to receive punishment. Sima Aolong was so angry that he was about to have a heart attack. Qin Feng waved his hand and said, No need to call him back, I don't have time to waste with you. The Sima family has been at odds with me for a long time. Logically speaking, I should directly annihilate your entire family. However, the Sima family has been doing well recently, so I don't want to start a massacre. Today, you will withdraw from the provincial capital's 4 major families and give your position to the provincial capital's Yun family. Also, transfer all of the Sima family's blacksmith shops and let the Yun family's divine weapon hall take over. Qin Feng had long planned to make a move against the Sima family, but he had been busy and didn't have the time. This time, because of Sima Xian's matter, he could settle old debts and new debts together. When Qin Feng's words fell, the Sima family members' faces turned ashen. That blacksmith shop was the Sima family's life, how could they give it up? Young hero Qin Feng, what's the difference between doing this and killing us? Aren't you going a bit too far? Sima Aolong, who had been bowing and scraping, suddenly changed his attitude and stared coldly at Qin Feng. Qin Feng laughed coldly, and the sound of wind suddenly sounded in the air. In the next second, the Sima family's main residence collapsed with a loud bang. A 9-meter-tall, luxurious 3-story building collapsed just like that. Everyone's eyeballs fell to the ground when they saw this. There's a limit to my patience. If you think that sparing your lives is unnecessary, I can kill you at any time. Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back and didn't move from the beginning to the end. The Sima family members were already dumbfounded. They knew that Qin Feng was very powerful. After all, he was one of China's 9 dragons, the Azure Dragon. However, after seeing Qin Feng's move, everyone realized that they had underestimated Qin Feng's strength. From the beginning to the end, Qin Feng didn't move at all. He didn't even make a single movement. They only heard the sound of wind whistling past their ears, and there seemed to be a flash of pink light. However, the collapsed main residence told everyone that this wasn't a dream. No one knew how the house collapsed. If it was an earthquake just now, the other houses were fine, and no one felt the ground shake. Young hero Qin Feng, why you broke through to the true Qi stage? After being shocked for a long time, Sima Aolong suddenly cried out involuntarily. Sima Aolong had heard that only true Qi experts could use Qi to kill people. However, this was the first time he heard of someone using Qi to destroy a building. It was truly unimaginable. Even Dongfang Qing Shui and Shaoli were shocked by Qin Feng's strength. Only Qin Feng's expression was indifferent. How was he a true qi expert? He merely used a flying sword to destroy the building. You don't need to know what realm I'm at. You only need to remember that in 3 days, the Yun family will become one of the 4 major families in the capital. All the blacksmiths will be renamed and become the property of the Yun family's Divine Armament Hall. Otherwise, you will end up like the collapsed main residence. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he already turned around and left. Dongfang, Qin Shui, and Shaoli were completely mesmerized by Qin Feng's overbearing strength. They immediately followed Qin Feng and left. The Sima family members were still dumbfounded and couldn't come back to their senses for a long time. Dad! This Qin Feng is too arrogant. He wants to force our Sima family into a dead end. Let's find someone to kill him in secret. Someone came back to his senses and suggested to Dongfang Ao Long. The others also surrounded him, and each had their own opinions. Find someone to assassinate Qin Feng? What are you thinking? Didn't you see his methods just now? That is a true qi stage expert. When the words, true qi expert, were mentioned, the Sima family members couldn't help but show fear in their eyes. In the entire secular world, the Divine Dragon was number 1 in martial arts. It was rumored that he was a true qi expert. Now that Qin Feng stepped into the true qi stage at such a young age, didn't that mean that he had reached the same height as the Divine Dragon? After some discussion, the Dongfang family members became silent. Everyone realized that Qin Feng was too powerful. Whether it was his personal skills or the power behind him, he was already not someone that the Sima family could contend against. Sigh. What a sin, Sima Xian, this bastard is really a sin. Let's just leave this matter as it is. If we do as Qin Feng said, at least we can save everyone's lives. Chapter 1050. Originally, a prestigious family in the capital had declined because of a single sentence from Qin Feng. This was Qin Feng's ability. In less than a year, he had grown from an inconspicuous young master of Acropolis City to the pinnacle of China's secular world. He had truly reached the stage of taking a person's life with a raise of his hand and deciding the fate of a family with a single word. Qin Feng, do you think those old men from the Sima family will go back on their word? What if they don't do as you say after you leave? Qin Feng and the other 2 had already left the Sima family. The young master of the Lu family was very perceptive. He parked the car outside and waited for Qin Feng and the other 2 to come out. The 3 of them got into the car and rushed to the Dongfang garden. Dongfang Qin Shui was still talking about what happened earlier. It's best if they go back on their word. That way, I can go on a killing spree again. Qin Feng was indifferent. He believed that with Sima Aolong's intelligence, he wouldn't go back on his word. Dongfang Qin Shui and Shaoli became 2 curious babies. They kept asking questions. They were shocked by Qin Feng's power in the secular world. Only now did they realize that there was such a big shot beside them. The young master of the Lu family overheard their conversation. He was so shocked that he almost drove the car into a tree. That was the Sima family, one of the 4 major families in the provincial capital. Qin Feng's words made this century-old family fall overnight. The young master of the Lu family rejoiced in his heart. Fortunately, Lu Jia's cousin had already recognized Qin Feng as his big brother. Otherwise, Qin Feng would never forgive the Lu family for what happened today. The car smoothly stopped at the Dongfang garden. Dongfang Qin Shui was excited as soon as she got out of the car. She hadn't been back for a long time, especially when she was in Demon City. Now that she was back home, she felt very secure. Master, Shaoli will wait at the door. Dongfang Qin Shui held Qin Feng's arm as they entered the courtyard. Shaoli suddenly stopped. She knew that Qin Feng and Dongfang Qin Shui were engaged. Now that Qin Feng had returned to Dongfang Qin Shui's home, Shaoli was a little embarrassed to enter. If the Dongfang family misunderstood her relationship with Qin Feng, it would bring trouble to her master. Dongfang Qin Shui rarely quarreled with Shaoli. Moreover, she felt that Shaoli was quite pitiful. Seeing Shaoli obediently standing at the door, her lonely figure stirred Dongfang Qingshue's heart. Shaoli, we're already home. Why are you standing at the door? Hurry up and go in with me. Dongfang Qingshue took the initiative to hold Shaoli's arm. Shaoli was slightly startled, and when he looked at Dongfang Qingshue, his gaze became grateful. Shaoli's family in Acropolis City was very poor, so she had never been to such a grand and luxurious residence like Dongfang Yuan. She often compared herself to Dongfang Qingshue and finally understood why Qin Feng liked Dongfang Qingshue. This Missy had a high status and was beautiful. Shaoli thought to himself that if he were a man, he would definitely choose Dongfang Qingshue and not him. Eldest Miss is back? Quick, go inform Master Dongfang. When the guards saw Dongfang Qingshue and Qin Feng, their eyes almost popped out of their sockets. After a moment of stupefaction, one of the guards immediately ran into the courtyard and shouted, Master Dongfang, young Miss and young Master Qin Feng are back. The three of them chatted and laughed as they walked into the Dongfang garden. After entering, Shaoli was once again stunned by the magnificent scenery around him. A large group of people had already arrived from the main residence. Their leader was none other than Dongfang Mingwang. Although he was old, he walked with vigor, and his old eyes were shining brightly. Ha ha! Qin Feng, oh Qin Feng, you brat, you really surprised me. I've already received the news that you won the title of Alliance Master of Martial Arts. Why didn't you tell me you were coming back? So that I can give you a welcoming dinner. Dongfang Mingwang was so happy that he couldn't close his mouth. Qin Feng was Qing Shue's fiancé, so the more powerful he was, the better. The Dongfang family had an illustrious status in the provincial capital. Now, they were as famous as Qin Manor and dominated the two skies of the provincial capital. Even the elders and juniors of such a wealthy family didn't dare to put on airs when they saw Qin Feng. Instead, they all smiled and looked at Qin Feng respectfully. Qin Feng's capability was beyond their imagination. Just his identity as the Azure Dragon of Huaxia was enough to shock everyone. In the end, Qin Feng won the position of the Martial Arts Alliance Master. Now Qin Feng's name would set off another storm in the capital. Grandpa! Dongfang Qingshue had been away from home for many days and missed her family to death. She already ran over to greet them. Qin Feng walked over with Shaoli. Elder Dongfang, I'm here to return Qin Shui to you. Look carefully, Qin Shui is unharmed. Can you let me go now? Dongfang Mingwang ignored Qin Feng's words and looked at Shaoli. Dongfang Mingwang was a Stage 9 inner Qi expert. His old eyes seemed to be able to see through people's hearts. Even Shaoli, who was only a Stage 6 inner Qi expert, couldn't withstand Dongfang Mingwang's imposing aura. He was so nervous that he didn't even dare to raise his head. Ahem! Elder Dongfang, I'll take my leave first. Qin Feng could see Shaoli's nervousness, so he was about to leave with Shaoli. Dongfang Mingwang's imposing voice sounded. Qin Feng, what do you mean by this? You want to run away without having a meal at home? Come back here, or I'll kill you. Qin Feng's current strength was already above Dongfang Mingwang's, but he had to respect Dongfang Mingwang, so he stopped and walked back. Dongfang Mingwang didn't stare at Shaoli anymore. He held Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshue's hands and walked into the main residence. The rest of the Dongfang family followed behind them. Shaoli was embarrassed to death, so he followed the rest of the group into the main residence. Under Dongfang Mingwang's arrangement, the lunch was quickly served. Everyone sat around the big round table and ate together. The atmosphere was very lively. Shaoli, sit down and eat too. Qin Feng looked at Shaoli, who was standing behind him. He couldn't bear to see her like this. Dongfang Mingwang looked at Qin Feng and didn't say anything. Dongfang Qingshue's heart softened. Little sister Shaoli, just sit between me and Qin Feng. Treat this place as if it's your home. Don't stand on ceremony with me. Under Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshue's persuasion, Shaoli shyly sat down. However, she lowered her head and ate quietly. She didn't say a word. The members of the Dongfang family were puzzled. They were trying to guess the relationship between Shaoli and Qin Feng. Although Qin Feng's status was high and it was normal for him to have 3 or 4 wives, the Dongfang family wasn't just for show. They couldn't accept Qin Feng having another woman while he had Dongfang Qin Shui. The atmosphere of the meal became a little strange. The Dongfang family members were smart enough to finish their meal and leave as soon as possible. Qin Feng, come with me to the study room, Dongfang Mingwang said to Qin Feng in a deep voice after the meal. He didn't even touch his chopsticks. Shaoli looked at Qin Feng worriedly, but she didn't know what to say. Dongfang Qin Shui pouted her lips. Her eyes were gloating as if she was saying, "Who told you to fool around?" Seeing that Dongfang Mingwang had already gone upstairs, Qin Feng had no choice but to follow him. Although Dongfang Mingwang didn't say what it was, Qin Feng could guess that it had something to do with Shaoli. When they arrived at Dongfang Mingwang's study room, the elder sat down and poured himself a cup of tea. Qin Feng quickly sat opposite him and said, "Hee. Grandpa Dongfang, let me make you some tea. You can just sit and rest." Dongfang Mingwang rolled his eyes at Qin Feng and snorted. "Humph. You're the leader of the martial arts world now. I don't dare to ask you to pour me tea. Isn't that shortening my lifespan?" Qin Feng felt helpless when he saw Dongfang Mingwang was angry. "Grandpa Dongfang, you're my elder. No matter what I become, I'll always respect you." Dongfang Mingwang put down the teapot and slammed the table. He said, "All right, you still have a conscience. I didn't help you for nothing. Since you still treat me as your grandpa, you should fulfill your promise. Why did you bring a little girl back?" Qin Feng guessed that Dongfang Mingwang called him here because of Shaoli. It was true. Actually, there was nothing between Qin Feng and Shaoli. Right now, he only treated Shaoli as a good friend. However, Qin Feng had a guilty conscience because most of the women in Hero City had slept with him. He couldn't abandon these women. Hee. Grandpa Dongfang, of course I remember our promise. I didn't break it. Qin Feng smiled guiltily. Dongfang Mingwang's eyes widened. He almost fainted from Qin Feng's shameless behavior. You didn't break it? You brought a mistress to my Dongfang garden. If it was someone else, I would have kicked him to death. Why would I let you stay for dinner? Qin Feng pretended to be calm and said, Grandpa, you're wrong. When I first came to the provincial capital, you said you'd help me take care of my friend. I promised that as long as I married Dongfang Qin Shui, I'd cut off all contact with other women. But I haven't married her yet. Dongfang Mingwang was stunned. He realized that Qin Feng's words made sense. He was so angry that he blew his beard and glared at Qin Feng. You little bastard. You mean you won't marry Qin Shui for the rest of your life? Are you treating my granddaughter as a spare tire? The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He realized that Dongfang Mingwang was old, but he could still use internet slang. This grandpa really kept up with the times. Ahem. Old master, since you called me here alone to talk about this, then let's make things clear today. I think Qin Shui is very outstanding, but I can't do it to the point of abandoning other women. Nothing happened between me and Qin Shui. Why don't you look for her again? Among the 1.5 billion people in China, there must be someone more outstanding than me. Qin Feng couldn't be with Dongfang Qin Shui. He also felt that a lady from a wealthy family like Dongfang Qin Shui wasn't suitable for him. Perhaps letting her go would give her a better life. Dongfang Mingwang's eyes dimmed. China was big and there were many talented people, but he had his eyes on Qin Feng. Moreover, Dongfang Mingwang could tell that Dongfang Qin Shui's attitude toward Qin Feng had changed after the martial arts circle conference. This girl seemed to have fallen in love with Qin Feng. You don't have a say in this. Stay at the Dongfang garden tonight. You and Qin Shui aren't young anymore. Since nothing happened between you and Qin Shui, let's settle the business tonight. Then, ask your father to come to the Dongfang garden to propose marriage. Once the wedding is held as soon as possible, you can stay with Qin Shui for the rest of your life. Dongfang Mingwang had his own selfish motives. He knew about Qin Feng's relationship with those women in Hero City. However, for the sake of his precious granddaughter, someone had to be the bad guy, and Dongfang Mingwang wasn't afraid to be the bad guy. Qin Feng felt a headache coming on. He realized that he couldn't keep a low profile, especially for a talented and perfect man like him. Even if he kept a low profile, he would accidentally show off his talent and win everyone's appreciation. Qin Feng never thought he would be chosen by a wealthy family like the Dongfang family. Now that Qin Feng wanted to reject this marriage, Dongfang Mingwang wasn't happy about it. "Grandpa, please spare me. I lost my virginity when I was in the 3rd year of middle school. I played with hundreds of women in high school, and I was a wastrel in university. I'm the scum of society. How can someone like me be a match for Miss Qin Shui? Grandpa, please find someone else." Qin Feng looked at Dongfang Mingwang dejectedly. Chapter 1051. Qin Feng walked out of the study dejectedly. He discovered that he was being forced into marriage. What made Qin Feng even more depressed was that if anyone else dared to force him into marriage, he would kill them with one slap. However, the one forcing him into marriage was Dongfang Mingwang. Qin Feng really couldn't do anything to this old man. "Master, are you all right? How about Shaoli wait for you at the entrance?" "Master doesn't need to worry about Shaoli. Shaoli will wait for you no matter how long you stay here." Shaoli ran over worriedly as soon as Qin Feng went downstairs. Shaoli's heart ached when he saw Qin Feng's depressed expression. "Oh, don't worry, just stay in the Dongfang court." Qin Feng patted Shaoli's shoulder, but Shaoli was still worried. At this time, Dongfang Qin Shui also came over. She was gloating before, but when she saw Qin Feng walking out dejectedly, she became slightly worried. "Hey! What did my grandfather want to talk to you about?" Dongfang Qin Shui didn't show her emotions and looked at Qin Feng with an indifferent expression. "Nothing, he just wanted me to marry you." Qin Feng spoke the truth. Shaoli and Dongfang Qin Shui were stunned. In Shaoli's opinion, with the Dongfang family's power, there must be countless men chasing after Dongfang Qin Shui. Shaoli thought it was Master who pestered Dongfang Qin Shui, but he didn't expect it to be the Dongfang family pestering Qin Feng. Dongfang Qin Shui crossed her arms and glared at Qin Feng with a huff. "What nonsense are you spouting, you stinking brat? I'm one of the 4 fairies of Jindu City, and the line of people chasing me stretches from my doorstep to the top of the Great Wall. Why would my grandfather beg you to marry me? Go on and brag. I think it's more like you begged my grandfather to marry me, but my grandfather rejected you." Dongfang Qin Shui was such a proud woman. How could she accept the fact that she threw herself at Qin Feng? She actually hoped that Qin Feng would agree to this marriage, but Dongfang Qin Shui wouldn't ask Qin Feng to do so even if she was beaten to death. Qin Feng curled his lips and said indifferently, "It's up to you whether you believe it or not. I can't wait to cancel this marriage. You're too hard to please, I can't afford to marry you." Qin Feng's words pierced Dongfang Qin Shui's pride. She angrily stomped her feet. "Don't speak nonsense. Do you believe that I won't call my grandfather over to question him and expose your lies?" Before Qin Feng could react, Dongfang Mingwang had already walked down the stairs. He said calmly, "What's there to expose? In the first place, I was the one who asked Qin Feng to marry you. In the future you should control your big missy temper. Otherwise, Qin Feng won't want you anymore." Dongfang Qin Shui lowered her head after hearing Dongfang Mingwang's words. A trace of disappointment flashed through her beautiful eyes. She had always been a proud daughter of heaven. She had always looked down on others who chased after her. Now that she finally had a good impression of a man, he still looked down on her. Dongfang Mingwang continued, "Qin Feng will be staying at Dongfang Court tonight. Take her to your room. As for Miss Shaoli, come with me. I'll arrange a guest room for you." Dongfang Mingwang was the Red Dragon of China. He was majestic and powerful, and even Shaoli was afraid of him. Under Dongfang Mingwang's arrangements, the 3 of them couldn't disobey. Qin Feng followed Dong Fang Qing Shui to her private villa. Dong Fang Court was very big. After walking for a while, they arrived at a pink little house surrounded by flowers. This was Dong Fang Qing Shui's little villa. From the outside, it looked different. On the way, Dong Fang Qing Shui didn't say anything. She was very depressed. She opened the door and ignored Qin Feng. She entered the house and started to change her shoes. Qin Feng stood at the door and watched as Dong Fang Qing Shui bent down to take off her high heels. Her perky butt was facing Qin Feng, and the position was quite ambiguous. Her long legs seemed to reach her belly button, and Qin Feng felt his body heat up. "What are you looking at? Is it nice? If you keep looking, I'll dig your eyeballs out." After Dong Fang Qing Shui changed into her cotton slippers, she saw Qin Feng's burning gaze. She coldly reprimanded him, then angrily sat on the sofa. Qin Feng didn't mind. He took off his shoes and went to the living room. There was only Qin Feng and Dong Fang Qing Shui in the room. On the surface, Dong Fang Qing Shui looked cold and emotionless, but her heart was a bit unsettled. In her entire life, this was the first time she brought a man to her house. However, the two of them sat on one side of the sofa and didn't say anything. The atmosphere gradually became heavy. "My grandfather told you to spend the night here?" After a long silence, Dong Fang Qing Shui suddenly spoke. Qin Feng nodded. "That's what he said. Did he want you to do something with me?" Dong Fang Qing Shui's expression became colder and colder. "He wanted me to confirm our relationship as husband and wife." Qin Feng was a bit more reserved. "In the end, you refused? Then you were forced to come to my room by grandfather?" When Dong Fang Qing Shui said this, her teeth chattered. She was the most cold, arrogant, and noble young miss in the capital. She never thought that there would be a day when a man wouldn't want to have sex with her. Qin Feng already noticed the change in Dong Fang Qing Shui's emotions. This woman seemed to have recovered her previous coldness. Qin Feng also knew that this was quite hurtful, but he had his own difficulties. He could only gently say, "Qin Shui, in reality you don't like me, and I don't think I'm good enough for you. How about you pursue your happiness, and I protect mine? That's pretty good." If Qin Feng said these words before the martial arts circle conference, Dong Fang Qing Shui would have reached an agreement with him without hesitation. However, after experiencing these past few days, Dong Fang Qing Shui's heart could no longer remain calm. She was no longer the cold, arrogant, and heartless young miss from before. She developed a different kind of feeling towards Qin Feng. However, Dong Fang Qing Shui couldn't say what she was thinking. Qin Feng had clearly rejected her. With her noble, arrogant personality, how could she shamelessly stick to him? After a cold laugh, Dong Fang Qing Shui got up and walked upstairs. "You said it very well. Then, we're even, and we'll be strangers in the future." Dong Fang Qing Shui's back seemed a little lonely. Qin Feng shook his head. As expected, a talented and handsome man was the hardest to deal with. Qin Feng was the only one left on the first floor. He quickly regained his composure. The martial arts circle convention had ended. According to Qin Feng's previous plan, he was going to challenge the Dragon God. The 3-month deadline he had agreed on with the Dragon God was approaching. Now that Qin Feng had broken through to the middle stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi, and with the flying sword in hand, he could slaughter Stage 9 Inner Qi experts in the outside world. However, Qin Feng didn't let his guard down. He felt that his chances of winning against the Dragon God with his current strength were not high. The Dragon God was a Stage True Qi expert. Although Qin Feng had killed Ling Tianhai, who was a Stage True Qi expert with his own hands, he was lucky that time. Qin Feng first used the advantage of the cliff to exhaust a lot of Ling Tianhai's strength. In the end, he suddenly leveled up the Vajra esoteric art and activated the invincible golden body. However, after fighting with Ling Tianhai and the Dragon God, Qin Feng felt that the Dragon God was much stronger than Ling Tianhai. This battle would be a life-and-death battle. Thinking of this, Qin Feng flipped his hand and a pill with a milky white glow appeared in his palm. The pill was as big as a goose egg. It was smooth and round, and a medicinal fragrance flowed in the air. This was the Grade 8 immortal pill that Qin Feng obtained after completing the revenge mission and killing the main character of the Starlight sect. According to the description of the pill, it could help a Stage 9 inner Qi expert to break through to the pinnacle stage. The moment the immortal pill appeared, its milky white glow lit up the entire room. The room was shrouded in an illusory haze. This was the first time Qin Feng saw a pill with such abundant spiritual energy. In just a few seconds, the living room on the first floor had become a holy land of spiritual energy. The density of spiritual energy was comparable to the density of spiritual energy formed by Qin Feng's spirit gathering formation. The pill couldn't be left in the air for a long time. Otherwise, the spiritual energy in the pill would be depleted rapidly. After a brief moment of absent-mindedness, Qin Feng swallowed the immortal pill. The pill melted in his mouth, and a majestic wave of spiritual energy surged through his veins and blood. In an instant, Qin Feng's body was about to explode. Roar! Qin Feng couldn't help but roar like a wild lion that had just woken up from its slumber. The sky was getting dark, and all the villas in the Dongfang garden were brightly lit. An old man stood at the entrance of Dongfang Qing Shui's villa, eavesdropping on the commotion inside the house. "Oh my God! This brat Qin Feng is a wild beast. How can my granddaughter endure such savagery? Go easy on me, brat. Wait until tomorrow, I'll beat you to death." The person eavesdropping at the entrance was Dongfang Mingwang. He was worried that Qin Feng and Dongfang Qing Shui wouldn't do anything serious tonight, so he specially ran to the entrance and squatted there. In the end, Qin Feng's roar scared the old man quite badly. What are you doing?" Dongfang Qing Shui was scared by Qin Feng's roar. She immediately ran downstairs and felt the entire villa shake. The spiritual energy in Qin Feng's body surged. Some of the excessive spiritual energy spurted out of his 7 apertures, turning into white mist and dissipating. Qin Feng felt like his body was about to explode. The oppressive feeling was extremely uncomfortable. He leaped to Dongfang Qing Shui's side and pulled her to the sofa. Why you go easy? What are you doing?" Dongfang Qing Shui was frightened by Qin Feng's current appearance. She felt that Qin Feng was like a hungry beast. Qin Feng circulated his spiritual energy and roared. Hurry and suck!" Dongfang Qing Shui was confused. "Suck my hair? Not my hair, suck my spiritual energy." Hurry up!" Qin Feng felt like he was about to explode. He urgently needed someone to share some of the spiritual energy with him. This spirit immortal pill was too fierce and shocked Qin Feng. Dongfang Qing Shui realized the urgency of the situation. She was an outer disciple of the Blue Moon Observatory, so she was more sensitive to spiritual energy. Seeing that Qin Feng seemed to be in trouble during his breakthrough, Dongfang Qing Shui didn't have time to argue with Qin Feng. She immediately sat cross-legged and started to absorb the spiritual energy bursting out of Qin Feng's body to cultivate. The two of them extended their arms and put their palms together. Spiritual energy surged out of Qin Feng's body. Dongfang Qing Shui felt comfortable all over as if she was electrocuted. She would occasionally let out a high-pitched moan. Qin Feng's body finally felt a little better. However, the violent spiritual energy still filled him to the point that he had to roar from time to time. The house was filled with shouts that were frighteningly loud. Dongfang Ningwang was dumbfounded. He realized that youngsters nowadays were too fierce. If they continued to play like this, would they really not die? After listening for a while, Dongfang Ningwang couldn't take it anymore. He was scared away by Qin Feng and his granddaughter's wildness. However, Dongfang Ningwang heaved a long sigh of relief. He was completely at ease now. As long as this brat Qin Feng and his granddaughter finished their business, he wouldn't dare to look for other women in the future. Bang, 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 bang. The living room was filled with loud noises. It was the aura produced by Qin Feng and Dongfang Qing Shui's consecutive breakthroughs. The two of them cultivated for the whole night. The shouts also lasted for the whole night. The effects of the spirit immortal pill shocked Qin Feng. After a whole night of absorption, the spirit immortal pill was barely absorbed. Whoosh! The sky was bright. The two of them cultivated for the whole night. They were sweating profusely and collapsed on the sofa. Chapter 1052. Why you pervert? Why get out of here now? Dong Fang Qin Shui exclaimed and kicked Qin Feng off the sofa. Qin Feng was also exhausted. He opened his eyes in a daze and was immediately stunned by what he saw. Didn't I say we'll be strangers from now on? This woman actually attacked me while I was asleep. Qin Feng quickly calmed down. How could Dong Fang Qin Shui attack him while he was asleep? The two of them cultivated for a whole night and both broke through, causing their clothes to explode into pieces. Now, they were practically in a vacuum state. Qin Feng glanced at Dong Fang Qin Shui's chest and swallowed. His vulgar appearance angered Dong Fang Qin Shui so much that she pounced on Qin Feng. You stinking pervert, I'll fight you to the death! Dong Fang Qin Shui's flowery but impractical moves were useless against Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng pretended to be in pain and rolled around on the floor, while secretly admiring Dong Fang Qin Shui's body. After a while, Dong Fang Qin Shui realized something was wrong. She bashfully stamped her feet and angrily ran upstairs with her tumbling breasts. After a while, Dong Fang Qin Shui came down. She had already put on a snow-white dress and a pair of white cotton socks on her long legs. She was as pure and moving as a princess. Why aren't you wearing clothes? Don't you have any shame? Dong Fang Qin Shui exclaimed after she came down. Qin Feng sat on the sofa with his butt naked. He wasn't afraid of being seen by Dong Fang Qin Shui. My clothes have exploded into pieces. Why don't you find some clothes for me to wear? Qin Feng curled his lips and said. Dong Fang Qin Shui was embarrassed and annoyed. She couldn't be bothered with Qin Feng. It would be better if Qin Feng walked out naked. However, Dong Fang Qin Shui didn't know what to do when she saw Qin Feng staying in the living room. Dong Fang Qin Shui had already left the villa. Qin Feng felt the qi in his body and cried out in surprise. One night of cultivation actually allowed him to break through from the middle stage of Stage 9 inner qi to the peak of Stage 9 inner qi. So this was the peak of the realm. The qi in his body surged endlessly like the boundless ocean. Rumble! Qin Feng leaped up and punched out. The special grade Thunder Tiger fists were mighty and invincible, bringing with them the roar of thunder and the roar of tigers. The TV wall on the opposite side collapsed, and even the LCD TV and the TV cabinet were smashed into pieces. However, Qin Feng did not care about this. He was shocked by his current strength. With a flip of his body, Qin Feng grabbed the starry sky flying sword in his hand. With a flash of sword light, the stairs directly fell down, turning into a pile of ruins at the foot of the stairs. Bang 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 bang. The more Qin Feng fought, the more excited he became. His figure flashed in and out of Dong Fang Qin Shui's villa. The originally delicate and cozy little villa was instantly turned into a mess by Qin Feng. Is it an earthquake? Qin Feng, are you alright? A cry of surprise suddenly came from outside the door. Qin Feng hurriedly put away his flying sword and stood in the middle of the living room. He then looked at the door with an innocent expression. Dong Fang Qin Shui and Dong Fang Mingwang stood at the door. Dong Fang Qin Shui screamed again. Qin Feng stood there naked, and the muscular Dong Fang Qin Shui blushed. Dong Fang Mingwang's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. He had originally come with Qin Shui to deliver clothes to Qin Feng. When he saw the mess in the living room, Dong Fang Mingwang looked at Qin Shui, who was beside him. This granddaughter of his actually survived? His body was really tough. Cough, cough. Youngsters nowadays really don't have any restraints. Dong Fang Mingwang glared at Qin Feng angrily and left with his hands clasped behind his back. Dong Fang Qin Shui held a suit and a shirt in her arms. She stood at the door in a daze for a long time. Qin Shui, haven't you seen enough? Do you want to come over and touch it? Qin Feng's laughter immediately woke Dong Fang Qing Shui up. She was so embarrassed that her charming face was about to drip water. She casually tossed a set of clothes to Qin Feng. Qin Feng quickly put on the clothes. He was a normal person and didn't like to run around naked. Are you done? Why are you dilly-dallying like a girl? Dong Fang Qing Shui stood at the door with her back facing Qin Feng. She was impatient from waiting. I'm done a long time ago. Dong Fang Qing Shui angrily turned around and walked into the villa. Just as she was about to question Qin Feng about the mess in the room, her gaze fell on Qin Feng and she suddenly froze. A ray of sunlight passed through the window and shone on Qin Feng's body. Qin Feng wore a white suit. His long hair fluttered in the breeze. His figure was tall and straight, his face was resolute and handsome, and his face carried a charming smile like that of a prince on a white horse. Qin Shui, I'm really sorry. I just wanted to feel out my strength after breaking through and accidentally messed up your room. I hope you won't be angry. Qin Feng realized that Dong Fang Qing Shui was about to explode, so he immediately put on a look of apology. Dong Fang Qing Shui was dumbstruck. She couldn't bear to blame Qin Feng anymore, so she still said indifferently, Never mind. Just let Grandpa find someone to renovate it for me. Seeing that the trick of injuring herself to gain her confidence worked, Qin Feng chuckled as he walked to Dong Fang Qing Shui's side. His large hand suddenly touched Dong Fang Qing Shui's wrist, scaring her into immediately shaking off Qin Feng's hand. Don't be all over me. We've already made a clean break. If you touch me again, I won't be polite. Dong Fang Qing Shui was still a bit angry. She felt that Qin Feng had eyes but couldn't see. He was practically blind to look down on such a good woman like her. Qin Feng didn't mind. He smiled and said, Congratulations, Miss Qin Shui. You broke through from stage 4 inner chi to stage 6 inner chi in one night. Your physique is very suitable for cultivation. In the future you can work harder and your realm will rise very quickly. Qin Feng only wanted to investigate Dong Fang Qing Shui's strength. Dong Fang Qing Shui immediately became bashful. So she had misunderstood Qin Feng. Humph! Whether I cultivate or not is none of your business. Who are you to me? When Dong Fang Qing Shui thought that Qin Feng didn't want her anymore, she felt wronged and angry. She yelled at Qin Feng, turned around, and ran away. Qin Feng shook his head helplessly. He composed himself and walked out of the room. Shaoli was already waiting for him outside. Qin Feng suspected that this girl didn't sleep all night and waited for him here the whole time. Master! Shaoli obediently walked to Qin Feng's side. Indeed, she didn't sleep all night and waited outside Dong Fang Qing Shui's villa for Qin Feng to come out. Shaoli clearly heard Qin Feng and Dong Fang Qing Shui's shouts last night. She was very sad and disappointed. She looked forward to the night when Qin Feng would be so wild to her. Shaoli, wait for me at the Qin Manor. I have something to do today. I'll come back to find you after I'm done. Qin Feng had already broken through to the peak of stage 9 inner chi. Today, he was going to challenge the dragon god. This time, Qin Feng couldn't bring Shaoli along because even he didn't know if he could come back alive. Shaoli hurriedly pulled Qin Feng's arm and said anxiously, Master, let Shaoli stay by your side. I'll listen to Mistress Qin Shui in the future and won't quarrel with her anymore. Shaoli will be very obedient. Shaoli was a woman who worried about personal gains and losses. She was constantly worried that Qin Feng would abandon her. Especially last night, she mistakenly thought that Qin Feng and Dong Fang Qing Shui had sex. This way, Qin Feng would definitely care about Dong Fang Qing Shui more. Shaoli was very worried that her master would be unhappy if she offended Dong Fang Qing Shui in the Devil City. Qin Feng was a little puzzled. He didn't know why Shaoli was so nervous all of a sudden. He patted her head and said, Don't talk nonsense. I said I won't abandon you. Today, I'm going to challenge a very powerful person. It's inconvenient to bring you along. Wait for me at the Qin Manor. I'll come find you. Qin Feng patiently comforted Shaoli. Shaoli was still a little worried. But in the end, she let go of Qin Feng's arm. She was very obedient to Qin Feng. Even if one day Qin Feng told her to leave and never come back, Shaoli would do it. The two of them arrived at the main residence. The main relatives of the Dongfang family were all there. Dongfang Ningguang's face was beaming with happiness. He thought that Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui had sex, so this marriage was completely settled. Qin Feng, when are you going to ask Qin Huang to propose? Qin Feng had just sat down when he was so shocked by Dongfang Ningguang's words that he almost spat out the milk in his mouth. Before Qin Feng could speak, Dongfang Qingshui said, "Grandpa, I don't agree to this marriage. If you force me to marry Qin Feng again, I'll run away from home." Dongfang Ningguang was so angry that his face turned cold. "Qin Shui, why are you so insensible? This marriage has been decided long ago. You can't reject it." Dongfang Qingshui didn't want to reject it, but what could she do if Qin Feng didn't agree? Dongfang Qingshui already felt wronged. Now that she was reprimanded by her grandpa, a layer of mist appeared in her beautiful eyes. The atmosphere in the house froze. The relatives of the Dongfang family all lowered their heads and pretended to eat breakfast. No one dared to speak rashly. "Elder, since Qin Shui isn't ready yet, why don't you wait for a while? This kind of marriage can't be rushed." Qin Feng quickly stood up to persuade Dongfang Ningguang. Dongfang Ningguang was so angry that he slammed the table. The plates on the table jumped up. "Nonsense! You guys already consummated your marriage last night. Why are you saying you don't like it? If you don't like it, then why are you messing around?" The people around them sighed. The relatives of the Dongfang family all stared at Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui with their eyes wide open. The two of them were the most shocked. They stared straight at Dongfang Ningguang. "Elder, you can't accuse me like this. Qin Shui and I didn't do anything." "Grandpa, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything like that." Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui both denied it. Dongfang Ningguang didn't believe them. He heard the commotion in the room last night, and saw the messy battlefield this morning. How could they not do anything when they were playing so wildly? "Do you really think I'm old? Do you think I can't tell if you did it or not? Don't say anything else. Qin Feng, go back to Qin Manor today. Tomorrow is a good and auspicious day. Tell your father and grandfather to come to the Dongfang garden to propose marriage. The day after tomorrow, you guys will have a wedding banquet." Dongfang Ningguang was even more anxious than Qin Feng and Dongfang Qingshui. His decision stunned everyone. Dongfang Qingshui covered her forehead and was speechless. She didn't know how to explain to her grandfather. Qin Feng knew Dongfang Ningguang was stubborn. "Ahem! Then I'll go back first." Qin Feng gave Shaoli a look and walked out. He planned to never come back after leaving the Dongfang garden. Dongfang Ningguang didn't stop them and let them leave. Just as Qin Feng walked out the door, Dongfang Qingshui's voice came from behind. "Qin Feng, wait!" "Miss Qingshui, what's wrong?" Qin Feng stood outside the door and looked at Dongfang Qingshui. Dongfang Qingshui wore a white dress and was as pure and moving as a white lotus. She walked to the door but didn't walk out. She stood a doorsill between them and said, "Leave today, and don't ever come back. Don't let me see you again. I hate you." Dongfang Qingshui almost roared at Qin Feng. Then, she suddenly turned and ran away. Qin Feng was stunned outside the door. He didn't know what was going on. Shaoli sighed. "Master, you're too outstanding. Miss Qingshui already likes you. Why did you reject her after taking her body?" Shaoli wasn't stupid. He already saw something fishy. Qin Feng rarely got serious. He looked at Shaoli and said, "I didn't violate Miss Qingshui. She's also outstanding. She can find someone better than me." Qin Feng sighed and strode away. Shaoli caught up to Qin Feng and said, "Master, I don't think there's a better man than you in this world." Chapter 1053. Qin Feng planned to leave Dongfang Court and directly challenge the Divine Dragon. However, before that, he had to send Shaoli to the Qin Manor. Shaoli was simply too well-behaved and obedient. Qin Feng originally wanted to make an excuse and let her go to the Qin Manor by herself. However, Qin Feng's heart softened. As an outsider, it would definitely be very awkward for Shaoli to suddenly go to the Qin Manor. Qin Feng prepared to bring her back and introduce her to everyone. Wow! Master, this is your home? It's so magnificent! The two of them stood outside the gates of the Qin Manor. Shaoli couldn't help but exclaim as she looked at the magnificent building. Actually, the Qin Manor was a bit inferior to Dongfang Court. However, Dongfang Court was someone else's home to Shaoli. No matter how magnificent it was, Shaoli wouldn't be moved. The Qin Manor in front of her belonged to Qin Feng's master, so Shaoli tacitly accepted it as her home. This made Shaoli extremely excited. Qin Feng looked at Shaoli, who clapped and cheered like a little girl. He couldn't help but pull her into his embrace. Looking at the Qin Manor in front of him, Qin Feng's heart was filled with emotion. The mission to the outer martial arts world was filled with danger. Now that he was able to return alive, Qin Feng felt like he hadn't returned to the Qin Manor for many years. Young Master Qin? It really is young Master Qin. When the guards at the door saw Qin Feng, they were stunned for a long time. After rubbing their eyes a few times, they finally confirmed that they weren't dreaming. Young Master Qin, sister-in-law, welcome home. Right now, Qin Feng's reputation in the capital was illustrious, and in the Qin Manor, he was publicly acknowledged as the young patriarch. Even if Qin Feng transferred the position of young patriarch to Qin Wudao, his status was still much higher than Qin Wudao's. Shaoli blushed when the guards called her sister-in-law, but she didn't explain this relationship. Qin Feng didn't say much. He pulled Shaoli into the courtyard. Go tell father and grandfather that I'm back. Qin Feng's words were like an imperial edict. Two of the guards immediately ran into the house to inform them of Qin Feng's return. Wow! Master, the Qin Manor is so big and beautiful. I love it here. Qin Feng took Shaoli for a stroll in the courtyard. Shaoli was overjoyed. She felt like a wife returning home to meet her family. Qin Feng patted Shaoli's fragrant shoulder and smiled as he said, If you like it here, you can stay here. However, I'll take you to Acropolis City in a few days. There's a home there, and it's even more beautiful than here. If you like it, you can stay in Hero City. The construction of Hero City was almost complete. Hua Tua and Hua Bei, the two elders, were in charge of the city. Qin Feng felt more at ease when he arranged for his women to stay there. Moreover, Hero City was rich in spiritual energy, so it was more suitable for cultivation. Shaoli suddenly hugged Qin Feng's arm tightly and said nervously, Master, I don't want to live anywhere. I want to be by Master's side at all times and take care of Master's daily life. Qin Feng was used to Shaoli relying on him. Now that this girl had nothing to worry about, it was inevitable that she would be afraid of losing him. Qin Feng hugged Shaoli tighter and said softly, All right, as long as you're happy. Brother! You're back. Eh? And this is? A pleasant voice like that of an oriole came from behind. Qin Duo'er, who was wearing a pink dress and colorful knee socks, skipped over. Duo'er, let me introduce you. This is my friend Shaoli. Shaoli, this is my cousin, Qin Duo'er. When Shaoli saw the cute and moving Qin Duo'er, she was instinctively hostile. However, after hearing Qin Feng's introduction, Shaoli immediately smiled and said, Duo'er, I'm sorry to disturb you so suddenly. Please forgive me. Shaoli hugged Qin Feng's arm as she spoke. She looked like Qin Feng's little woman. Qin Duo'er's bright smile suddenly froze. She pouted and ran up to Qin Feng and pinched his back a few times. Brother! Aren't you too fickle? How many women have you slept with? Since you like having a harem so much, why don't you add Duo'er as well? Qin Duo'er looked at Qin Feng half-jokingly, but this was what she wanted. Qin Duo'er overheard her grandfather talking about Qin Feng's background a long time ago, so she thought she could be with Qin Feng. Shaoli was stunned by Qin Duo'er's words. Qin Feng looked helpless. He patted Qin Duo'er's little head and said, "You little girl, don't make jokes like this again. If your parents and grandfather find out, they'll beat you." Qin Duo'er looked wronged. She had the urge to tell Shaoli her secret, but she held it in. "Sister-in-law Shaoli, welcome!" Qin Duo greeted Shaoli obediently. Shaoli felt flattered. "Ah? Thank you. I came in a hurry this time. I didn't have time to prepare a gift. I feel so guilty." Shaoli originally came with the identity of a maid. She didn't expect that she would accidentally become the mistress. This made her extremely excited. Qin Duo'er felt that Shaoli was different from the other sisters-in-law. She seemed to be overly nervous. At this time, a few figures walked over. "Big brother, you're back!" Qin Wudao dashed over and turned into a ray of white light. Qin Feng's eyes lit up, and he said with a smile, "Good boy. It's only been a few days, and you've already broken through to the early stage of Stage 9 inner Qi. You're worthy of being my little brother." Qin Wudao smiled brightly. He was only a Stage 8 inner Qi not long ago, but now he had broken through to the early stage of Stage 9 inner Qi. The reason why he broke through so quickly was because of the medicinal pills Qin Feng gave him before he left. "Big brother! It's all thanks to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have broken through so quickly. Damn! Big brother, what's your strength now?" "I can't even tell?" Qin Wudao seemed to have changed into a different person in just a dozen days. He used to live in the dilemma of revenge and family, so he was cold and rarely spoke. Now, he was lively and cheerful like the boy next door. "Martial arts? You still don't know. Your big brother Qin Feng has just returned from defeating the Wulin Alliance. What realm do you think he's at now?" Another aged laughter sounded. Qin Shitian and Qin Emperor walked over, surrounded by the members of the Qin clan. No one had heard about the Wulin Alliance. Qin Shitian only knew about it after he received a call from Dongfang Mingwang. Once this news was released, the entire Qin family was in an uproar. "Holy shit! Big brother, are you serious? The Wulin Alliance? What realm are you at now?" Qin Wudao was so shocked that his voice trembled. He always wanted to break through and catch up to Qin Feng as soon as possible. But no matter how hard he tried, he was still left behind by Qin Feng. "Grandpa, Dad?" Qin Feng first greeted his relatives. Even if his status was high, he didn't put on any airs in front of his relatives. He was still Qin Feng. "Martial arts, let me tell you this. If I, your big brother, go all out, I can kill a Stage 1 true Qi expert." Qin Feng knew that everyone was curious about his strength, so he revealed some information in front of everyone. As soon as he finished speaking, exclamations came from all around. Even Shaoli was shocked. In fact, she didn't know that her master killed Ling Tianhai and the others. "Incredible, our Qin family has a Stage true Qi expert." Some of the Qin family members cried out in surprise. Then, screams rose and fell one after another. Qin Huang's eyes flickered. He was so shocked by his son's rapid growth that he couldn't speak. Even Qin Shitian stared at Qin Fen as if he had seen a treasure hidden in the desert. "Big brother, you're too awesome. In the future, as long as Duo'er says your name in the provincial capital, no one will dare to bully me." Qin Duo'er excitedly threw herself into Qin Feng's arms and jumped up and down on him. Qin Feng was embarrassed. He could feel the softness and elasticity of Duo'er's chest. "Haha, double happiness, it's really double happiness." Qin Shitian was stunned for a while and suddenly laughed. Qin Feng didn't understand. "Grandpa, what double happiness?" Qin Shitian smiled playfully and glanced at Qin Feng. "You're still pretending? Dongfang Mingwang called me just now and asked me and your dad to go to the Dongfang garden tomorrow to propose marriage. Plus, you won the position of the Chancellor of Wulin. Don't you think it's double happiness?" This was the first time everyone heard of this news. Sighs came from the crowd again. Xiaoli and Qin Duo'er were so nervous that they stared at Qin Feng with wide eyes. Big brother. You can't marry big sister Qin Shui. Qin Duo'er couldn't stand it anymore and started to act like a spoiled child in Qin Feng's arms. Everyone was dumbfounded by Qin Duo'er's behavior. The Dongfang family and the Qin family were well matched in social status in the provincial capital. Dongfang Qin Shui was also noble and beautiful, a perfect match for Qin Feng. Everyone in the Qin family thought highly of this marriage. What was Qin Duo'er doing? Oh? Why can't I marry Qin Shui? Qin Feng was also confused. Qin Duo'er realized she said the wrong thing and almost revealed her thoughts. She immediately said shyly, "If big brother gets married, why you won't be able to play with Duo'er anymore? You'll be with big sister Qin Shui all the time." After hearing Qin Duo'er's words, everyone laughed out loud. Qin Zhong came up and hugged the girl. He said, "Duo'er, don't talk nonsense. Your big brother Qin Feng will get married sooner or later. Also, you're not young anymore. After big brother Qin Feng gets married, Dad will find you a good man." Everyone smiled and nodded. Qin Duo'er pouted and suddenly got angry. She struggled out of her dad's embrace and ran outside. "I don't want to get married. Big brother Qin Feng doesn't want to get married either." Seeing Qin Duo'er throwing a tantrum, the adults didn't think much of it. Instead, they were amused. Everyone had already gathered around Qin Feng. Everyone saw Xiaoli, who Qin Feng had brought along. At this moment, Xiaoli was extremely embarrassed. She could see that everyone in Qin Feng's mansion was in favor of Dongfang Qin Shui and Qin Feng's marriage. Now that she was here, wouldn't she become a third wheel? Feng this is? Everyone was too embarrassed to ask about Xiaoli's identity, so they asked as Qin Shitian. Before Qin Feng could speak, Xiaoli quickly said, "Grandpa, I am Qin Feng's maid. He brought me back from the Martial Society convention." "Oh. If that's the case, then come and eat with us." After hearing Xiaoli's introduction, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. They didn't look down on Xiaoli because of her identity as a maid. Qin Feng followed his father and grandfather to the main residence. Since he hadn't been back for a while, Qin Feng realized that the Qin family had changed a lot. They had expanded a lot of places. Because of Qin Feng's return, the Qin family was bustling with noise and excitement. It felt like it was the new year. Everyone gathered together to chat and drink. Second uncle and third uncle's families who had conflicts with Qin Feng had also reconciled with Qin Feng. After the meal, Qin Feng learned about the development of the capital in the past 3 months. Although Qin Feng disappeared for 3 months, his reputation was still the same. No one in the capital dared to offend the Qin family. Under the leadership of Qin Wudao, the Qin family flourished day by day. Now they had a firm foothold among the 4 major families in the capital. Their power and prestige could compete with the Dongfang family. "Young Master Qin, someone is looking for you." After lunch, everyone drank too much and returned to their rooms to rest. Just as Qin Feng and Xiaoli returned to their rooms, a servant came to report. "Who is it?" Qin Feng asked. Chapter 1054. Qin Feng already guessed who it was, so he stood up and went out to greet her. "Qin Feng. You're really back." Just as Qin Feng reached the entrance of the courtyard, he heard a surprised voice. Yun Xiao wore a tight-fitting qipao with a red fur draped over her shoulders. Her long legs were exposed, and she looked very sexy and eye-catching in this cold winter. "Teacher Yun Xiao, why are you here?" Qin Feng still called Yun Xiao teacher, out of habit. Back in Acropolis University, Qin Feng was used to calling her that. Not long ago, Qin Feng left Hero City to participate in the martial arts conference. However, he didn't tell the women in Hero City about it because he didn't want them to worry about him. However, after the women found out about it, they were worried about Qin Feng and waited for him to return. Now that Yun Xiao saw that Qin Feng was safe and sound, she was so excited that tears came out. The two of them hugged each other tightly. Standing at the entrance of Qin Manor was a beautiful scene. Shaoli stood at the side and was completely speechless. How many women did this master have? After hugging for a while, Qin Feng pulled Yun Xiao back to his room. Shaoli followed behind Qin Feng, which made Yun Xiao feel suspicious. Teacher Yun Xiao, why are you here? Did you come alone? Qin Feng was a bit puzzled. He didn't tell anyone about his return, so the people of Qin Manor probably wouldn't tell Yun Xiao alone. The two of them sat on the sofa. Yun Xiao naturally lay in Qin Feng's embrace and allowed Qin Feng's hands to restlessly touch her thighs. I heard it from my little brother. Did you go to the Sima family and transfer the Sima family's blacksmith shop to the Yun family? When Yun Xiao mentioned this, Qin Feng remembered that he went to the Sima family yesterday. To others, this was an earth-shattering event, but Qin Feng completely forgot about it in a day. It seems like the Sima family has some brains. Since that's the case, I won't cause trouble for them. In the future, the Yun family will be one of the 4 major families in the provincial capital. You can also change the name of the blacksmith shop to Divine Armament Hall, and the Yun family will dominate China's secular world. Qin Feng spoke as if he was talking about something very normal, but Yun Xiao and Shaoli were filled with shock. As of now, Qin Feng was simply too powerful in the secular world. A single word from him could determine the life and death of a large family in the capital. Yun Xiao suddenly hugged Qin Feng tighter and said with a moved expression, Qin Feng, thank you. Qin Feng pinched Cloudy Dao's thigh and said with a frown, What are you thanking me for? We're on the same side. Yun Xiao couldn't help but moan. Qin Fen made her feel like she was on fire. The last time Qin Fen returned to Hero City, the women all fought to be with him at night. With Yun Zhao's personality, she naturally didn't manage to get one. She hadn't been comforted by Qin Fen for a long time, so she suddenly wanted one. Qin Feng, that is? Yun Xiao looked at Shaoli nervously. Shaoli was even more nervous than Yun Xiao. Qin Feng could tell what Yun Xiao was thinking with a glance. He smiled at Shaoli and said, Shaoli, you can go out first. Take a stroll around the Qin Manor. Treat it like your home and don't be too restrained. Shaoli was smart, so of course she knew what her master was going to do next. A look of disappointment flashed in her beautiful eyes. Why didn't her master do it with her? Yes, master. I'll be standing outside the door. If master has any orders, call me at any time. Shaoli obediently retreated. As soon as she left, Yun Xiao pressed her fragrant lips against Qin Feng's. Then she stammered, You're looking for women outside again? Are you crazy? There are so many beauties in Hero City. Aren't you satisfied? Yun Xiao looked at Qin Feng with a reproachful expression, but she wasn't really angry. Qin Feng smiled and didn't explain. He had more important things to do. Shaoli stood outside the room and quickly heard the excited sounds coming from inside. Shaoli was so shy that her heartbeat sped up. The scene of Qin Feng fighting illusionary child of Ice Lake Mountain appeared in her mind. This battle lasted for a long time and only stopped when the sky darkened. Qin Feng still had a radiant smile on his face, but Yun Xiao was tired and panting. Qin Feng, there's something I don't know if I should say or not. Yun Xiao lay in Qin Feng's embrace and let Qin Feng's hand wander over her skin. Qin Feng raised his eyebrows slightly. What is it? Yun Xiao looked at Qin Feng worriedly. After a moment of hesitation, she said, Qin Yi is back. Qin Feng sat up abruptly. His eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Qin Yi is back? Teacher Yun Xiao, are you kidding me? Qin Feng was indeed frightened. Didn't Qin Yi die in the Amethyst Dragon Palace half a year ago? How did he come back? Yun Xiao seemed to have guessed Qin Feng's reaction. She quickly crawled to Qin Feng's side and hugged his waist tightly. She said, Calm down. Actually, when Qin Yi stood at the entrance of Hero City that day, all of us were shocked. After we asked him, he said that he didn't die in the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Not only did he not die, but Li Xiaojie also survived. Qin Yi, Li Xiaojie, and Sima too were taken away by the Verdant sect. The verdant sect used the three of them for experiments. Qin Yi and Li Xiaojie's experiments were successful, so they survived. Sima Tu didn't succeed, so he really died. After Yun Xiao explained, Qin Feng's heart was in turmoil. He had seen the resurrected Li Xiaojie. Li Xiaojie survived because the verdant sect had replaced his organs with corpse qi. However, Qin Feng had killed Li Xiaojie in Zhongchuan City. Qin Feng didn't expect Qin Yi to survive as well. Could it be that Qin Yi was also a corpse qi organ? Qin Feng was very excited because Qin Yi was still alive. However, he soon became worried. After Li Xiaojie was rescued, he joined the verdant sect. He became neither human nor ghost, and did all kinds of bad things. Did Qin Yi also join the verdant sect after he was resurrected? Then, did he suddenly appear in Hero City for some ulterior motive? Qin Feng, are you alright? Yun Xiao was a little worried when she saw Qin Feng's brows furrowing. Qin Feng hugged Yun Xiao tightly. He patted her back and said, Teacher Yun Xiao, when did Qin Yi go to Hero City? Is he living in Hero City now? Did he go alone? Did he do anything out of the ordinary? Qin Feng asked so many questions that Yun Xiao was a little confused. Yun Xiao and the other women knew about Qin Feng's situation. Everyone knew that Qin Feng felt guilty toward his cousins. Therefore, when Qin Yi appeared, everyone was very happy. However, Yun Xiao didn't expect Qin Feng to not be as excited as she imagined. Qin Yi went to Hero City alone yesterday. Before I came to the capital today, he stayed in Hero City. I asked him if he wanted to come to the capital to look for you, but he smiled and refused. Yun Xiao explained the situation with Qin Yi in detail. Qin Feng felt a bit strange after hearing it. Since Qin Yi hadn't appeared for more than half a year, why did he suddenly appear? Since he appeared, why didn't he come to see me? Perhaps only the people in Hero City knew about this. Even the Qin Manor didn't know about it. Otherwise, Qin Shitian and Qin Huang would have told Qin Feng today. Qin Feng, is there something wrong? Yun Xiao seemed to have discovered something strange and was worried for Qin Feng. Qin Feng's feelings for Qin Yi were very complicated. He hoped that Qin Yi was alive and could put aside the past like Qin Wudao. That way, Qin Feng and his brothers could really reunite. Teacher Yun Xiao, I'm going to see someone tonight. I'll return to Hero City tomorrow. We'll talk about it after I see Qin Yi. Qin Feng couldn't come to a conclusion now. He quickly put on his clothes and prepared to challenge the divine dragon. Shaoli, you've been standing here? Qin Feng saw Shaoli standing outside the door as soon as he walked out. Yes, master. Shaoli lowered her head and didn't dare to look at Qin Feng. She had been fantasizing about doing it with Qin Feng, and now she was about to die of embarrassment. Go inside. I'm going to challenge someone tonight. If everything goes well, I'll bring you home tomorrow. Shaoli glanced behind Qin Feng. When she saw that Yun Xiao hadn't come out, she thought that her master must have exhausted her strength. Shaoli walked over and held Qin Feng's arm. She looked at Qin Feng with tender eyes and said, Master, Shaoli will go with you. Qin Feng felt Shaoli's body heat up. He guessed that she must have heard the noise in the house. Qin Feng felt a bit awkward. He patted Shaoli's head and said in an unquestionable tone, Go back to the house and help me take care of Teacher Yun Xiao. I'll come and pick you up tomorrow morning. Qin Feng left. Shaoli was very obedient and didn't follow. However, her heart had already left with Qin Feng. Night fell. Jingdu City was bustling with flowers, and the nightlife was just starting to heat up. Qin Feng walked on the bustling street and watched the men and women going in and out of the bars. The corner of his mouth slightly curled up. It was so similar to his previous life. The surrounding environment turned from noisy to cold and quiet. Qin Feng walked to the foot of the Divine Dragon Mountain in the suburbs. He raised his head and looked at the towering Divine Dragon Mountain that pierced through the clouds. Qin Feng frowned. He suffered a crushing defeat here 3 months ago. Today, he was going to climb Divine Dragon Mountain again and defeat the strongest person in China's secular world, the Divine Dragon. Whoosh! The sound of wind breaking rang out. A ray of pink light flickered. 3 months ago, Qin Feng had exhausted half of his strength just to climb Divine Dragon Mountain. This time, he landed on the peak of Divine Dragon Mountain in less than half a minute. Who are you? How dare you trespass on Divine Dragon Mountain at night? As soon as Qin Feng landed, 2 black shadows rushed toward him. Qin Feng stood still and said indifferently, I'm Qin Feng. I'm here to challenge the Divine Dragon. When the 2 guards arrived at Qin Feng's side, their auras suddenly disappeared. They stared at the young and handsome man in front of them in astonishment. It was indeed Qin Feng, the famous Qin Feng in Jingdu City. It was said that he had returned with the #1 Martial Arts Alliance leader. Qin Feng, you still dare to come? While the 2 guards were still in a daze, another figure flashed toward them. Qin Feng's gaze fell on the newcomer. A gratified smile appeared on his face. Qin Xiao, congratulations on reaching the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. My third brother, Qin Wudao, has also reached the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Qin Xiao still held a grudge against Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng had already accepted the fact that Qin Zhao's strength had improved. He was happy for Qin Xiao. However, Qin Xiao did not think that Qin Feng would be so kind as to congratulate him. The news of Qin Feng becoming the Martial Arts Alliance leader had spread throughout the upper class of Jingdu City in just one afternoon. To be able to become the Martial Arts Alliance leader, one had to be at least at the late stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. 3 months ago, Qin Xiao and Qin Feng competed in the Qin family's martial arts competition. At that time, Qin Feng was only at the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Stop pretending. Although I can't defeat you, this is the second time you have challenged my master. This time, you will die because no one can leave Divine Dragon Mountain alive after challenging the Divine Dragon for the second time. Qin Xiao said confidently. It seemed like he had full confidence in his master, the Divine Dragon. Chapter 1055. Qin Feng ignored Qin Zhao's words and said with a smile, It's hard to say who will win before the battle begins. Qin Feng knew that the Divine Dragon was powerful, but he came prepared this time. This battle was bound to be the pinnacle of the secular world, but Qin Feng felt that it was hard to say who would win. Qin Xiao laughed. He thought that Qin Feng was bragging. How dare you boast with your low realm? You're just a martial artist in the Inner Qi stage. My Master Dragon God has long stepped into the True Qi stage. In this secular world of Huaxia, there's only one True Qi stage, and that's my master. Don't even think about beating my master. Qin Xiao looked at Qin Feng coldly and taunted him. Qin Feng shook his head and stopped talking to Qin Xiao. Lead the way. Qin Xiao also felt bored. She snorted coldly and walked in front to lead the way. The 2 walked into the cave and arrived at a spacious valley. This was Qin Feng's second time here, so he was familiar with the place. Master, Qin Feng is here. Qin Xiao cupped his fist and bowed to the air. A gust of wind suddenly blew in the quiet valley. A white shadow flashed and landed on the peak of a mountain. The Divine Dragon wore a white robe, and his long hair hung loosely over his shoulders. A breathtaking aura floated around his body, and a pair of clear and bright black eyes looked at Qin Feng. Although they were hundreds of meters apart, it was as if he could see through Qin Feng's heart. You can leave now. The Divine Dragon waved his hand, and the wind and clouds seemed to change. Qin Xiao glared at Qin Feng again before retreating. The valley fell into silence. Qin Feng and the Divine Dragon didn't speak. They looked at each other and realized that the other's strength had increased. Swoosh! The Divine Dragon, who was hundreds of meters away, appeared on the plain 10 meters away from Qin Feng in a few breaths. He looked at Qin Feng and smiled. Not bad, not bad. In just 3 months, you've broken through from the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi to the True Energy stage. You even won the title of the Martial Arts Alliance leader, Senior Divine Dragon. Your eyesight is not as good as before. I'm only at the peak of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Qin Feng didn't hide his strength because the divine dragon would find out when the battle started. A hint of doubt flashed across the divine dragon's black eyes. If you haven't broken through to the vital energy stage, how are you going to resolve the vital energy array I left on your face? Qin Feng had restored his original appearance at the martial arts circle convention, and he did not use a human skin mask to restore his appearance. The true Qi formation on his face had already been dissolved by Ouyang Feng. Who said that the true Qi array can only be dissolved by the realm of true Qi stage? Although I'm at the peak of stage 9 inner Qi, I'm strong enough to kill a true energy stage master. Do you think I can break your formation? Qin Feng didn't mention Ouyang Feng. The dragon god suddenly laughed. Good. It's been a long time since I've met such an arrogant and unruly young man in Huaxia. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Whether it's good or bad depends on whether the fist is hard enough. If the fist is hard enough, then it's good. If the fist isn't hard enough, then it's naturally bad. Not only had Qin Fen's martial cultivation realm improved greatly, but his outlook and thoughts had also reached a whole new level. The way the mystical dragon looked at Qin Fen had changed. He regretted letting Qin Fen go 3 months ago. It had only been 3 months, but the mystical dragon couldn't see through Qin Fen's transformation. Then, are your fists hard enough today? The mystical dragon's voice was cold. He was ready to attack. Qin Fen was already prepared. In a flash, he disappeared from where he stood. You'll know if it's hard or not when you try it. Rumble! As soon as the fist landed, the valley was filled with the sound of thunder and the roar of a tiger. The starlight glove on Qin Fen's right fist flickered. Every time Qin Fen entered the celestial dragon mountain, the system would disappear. This time, Qin Fen couldn't sense the existence of the system. However, he wasn't worried because he had stored all the spiritual equipment and pills in the Emerald Spirit Ring before he came here. I haven't seen you for 3 months, and your strength has improved by leaps and bounds. It's really eye-catching. Qin Fen's fist missed. The mystical dragon was nowhere to be seen. However, the mystical dragon's voice echoed in the valley. It was as if it came from all directions. Qin Fen couldn't be sure. Bang! As soon as the mystical dragon's voice fell, a gust of wind came from Qin Fen's back. Qin Fen was thrown into the air. Too bad you're still too weak. The mystical dragon appeared again and followed Qin Fen like a shadow. After slapping Qin Fen into the air, the mystical dragon kicked Qin Fen's back. Qin Fen was like a kite with a broken string. He flew higher and higher in the wind. Thud, thud, thud. The mystical dragon was running on the cliff. His speed and agility were as if he was running on flat ground. Just from this, one could tell that the mystical dragon was much more powerful than Ling Tianhai. Qin Fen couldn't control his body in the air. Just as he was about to fall, the mystical dragon slapped him again, slapping him even higher into the sky. Bang, bang, bang! Loud noises resounded. Qin Fen fell into an extreme predicament as soon as the battle started. He didn't even have the chance to fight back. He could only let the mystical dragon attack him. After a few slaps, Qin Fen was already at the top of the cliff. The mystical dragon suddenly sped up. He leaped above Qin Fen's head like a rock spreading its wings, covering half of the silver moon. The mystical dragon ferociously stomped on Qin Fen's abdomen. Rumble! This stomp was like a landslide. Qin Fen turned into a small cannonball and fell rapidly from the top of the cliff. The mystical dragon leaped lightly and stood on the highest peak. Under the night sky, the mystical dragon became even more mysterious. His eyes gleamed as he stared at the flying Qin Fen. He shook his head and sighed. Still too weak. I can't recommend you to master at this level. Buzz. Just as the mystical dragon sighed in his heart, his eyes suddenly lit up. Qin Fen, who was descending rapidly, shot out thousands of golden rays from his body, illuminating the originally dark night. The dazzling light forced the mystical dragon to use his hands to shield his eyes. He squinted his eyes. Rumble! Qin Fen's body began to explode. The Vajra esoteric art suddenly activated and the invincible golden body appeared on Qin Fen's body. He fell from the bottomless abyss, but the moment he landed, he suddenly flipped over and stood steadily on the ground. Rumble! Both feet landed on the ground. With the soles of Qin Fen as the center, the ground around him instantly cracked. It was as if there was an earthquake. The cracks spread rapidly and shook several peaks, causing gravel to roll down endlessly. Mystical dragon, is that all you've got? You can't even beat me to death when I let you. How dare you call yourself the #1 martial artist in the secular world of China? I think it's time for you to give up your position. His invincible golden body shone brightly, filling Qin Fen with confidence. The mystical dragon's face was as black as the bottom of a pot. He thought the battle was over, but Qin Fen came back to life. Ha ha! Interesting. It's more interesting this way. The mystical dragon's laughter lingered on the top of the cliff, but he had already appeared in front of Qin Fen. He launched a light palm attack, but it was imbued with the power of the mountains and rivers. Qin Fen could barely stand before the palm hit him. Rumble! Without any time to think, Qin Fen swung his fist. The fist and the palm collided, and Qin Fen was pushed back dozens of meters. The mystical dragon did not retreat at all. He chased after Qin Fen. He waved his hand, and several sword rays shot out from his sleeves. Black tortoise shield! Rumble! Qin Fen roared. It was as if a mountain had fallen in front of him. A 5-meter-tall shield appeared in front of Qin Fen. The shield was forged by an esteemed guest of the Black Tortoise Mountain Valley. It was indestructible. The tortoise shell was engraved with all kinds of abstruse ancient runes. At this moment, it was glowing with a mysterious dark brown light. The mystical dragon suddenly stopped in his tracks. A trace of bewilderment flashed across his face. The mystical dragon couldn't figure out where Qin Fen got such a huge shield. Could it be that this guy has a spatial ring? Or was he a space-type esper? Break! The mystical dragon didn't care how powerful Qin Fen was. He wanted to take him down today. A short sword glowing with blue light flew out from his sleeves and slashed at the black tortoise shield. Qin Fen remembered that the mystical dragon didn't even use his sword when he challenged him last time. He defeated Qin Fen with just 3 punches and 2 palms. This time, the mystical dragon had already used his sword. It seemed that Qin Fen's strength had increased by more than a little. Rumble! The mystical dragon's attacks were simple. His palm technique was so, and his sword technique was even more so. The seemingly casual slash of his sword set off an imposing aura that shook the mountains. Boulders tumbled down from the surrounding mountains, and dark clouds covered the moon. Even the weather was affected by this simple slash of his sword. A blue sword ray landed on the black tortoise shield. The mystical dragon sheathed his sword and stood with his hands behind his back. He seemed to be waiting for something to happen. After a while, the mystical dragon's expression changed drastically. He stared at the black tortoise shield and shouted, "This is a purple divine shield? You have so many treasures on you that I'm envious." Bang, bang, bang! The mystical dragon sheathed his sword. However, the explosions in the air didn't stop for a long time. It was as if there was an endless stream of sword chi landing on the black tortoise shield. The brown glow around the black tortoise shield became brighter and brighter, but it didn't change much under the powerful sword chi. However, upon closer inspection there were some light sword marks left on the black tortoise shield. The mystical dragon's strength was shocking. Crackle! A ball of purple lightning suddenly condensed in mid-air and descended from the sky. Qin Fen was wrapped in a layer of purple battle armor that flowed with purple lightning. In the previous battle, the mystical dragon was struck by the lightning attribute of the purple thunder wild robe. This time, he was prepared and disappeared from the valley. No one knew where he was hiding. Bang! Dark clouds gathered in the sky and thunder rumbled. Lightning crisscrossed under the dark clouds. It was as if another bolt of purple lightning would strike down at any time. Qin Fen didn't dare to stay in one place. He kept changing his position and looked around. He couldn't find the mystical dragon. However, Qin Fen could feel the rapid changes in the airflow. He guessed that it was the strong wind caused by the mystical dragon's movement. Qianfen, if you don't have these spiritual weapons, you won't be able to withstand a single blow. The mystical dragon's cold voice suddenly came from behind Qianfen. Before Qianfen could turn around and punch, a majestic chi enveloped his entire back. The sword chi surged towards him as if it was going to shatter the valley. Qianfen instantly felt the threat of death. He didn't have time to think and leaped into the air. He transformed into a pink light and disappeared. Whoosh! The sound of wind breaking could be heard in the air. The ground where Qianfen stood was blasted into a huge pit. If Qianfen didn't dodge, it was hard to imagine whether his purple thunder wild robe and invincible golden body would be able to block the mystical dragon's explosive sword. The mystical dragon landed on the ground and stood at the edge of the huge pit. His calm and deep eyes flashed with a hint of astonishment. He raised his head and quickly looked around. All he saw was a flickering pink light. Even with his eyesight, he couldn't see the trajectory of the pink light. Qianfen had also disappeared. He wondered what this pink light had to do with him. Bang! A bolt of purple lightning fell. The mystical dragon leaped into the air. The lightning landed beside his feet and almost struck him. Bang! As soon as he landed, another bolt of purple lightning came. The mystical dragon's expression changed drastically. He was actually forced by Qianfen to the point where he could only dodge. Under the night sky, in the sky above the valley, Qianfen stepped on the cosmic flying sword and moved rapidly. His purple thunder wild robe fluttered in the wind and his battle armor flickered with purple light. From time to time, lightning would strike down. You're tuning into the Phoenix Nights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.